Oh, my intro didn't play. Alright, what is going on, everybody? My name is Andrew Goodman, this is Goody Good Gaming, and sorry for the little bit of a delay. I forgot to eat, so I had to rush and eat, but that's okay. We're doing something a little bit different today. I'm not playing a game today, but instead, we're going to be watching the State of Play. I got my buddy Marshall with me. Hello, Marshall. How's it going? How's it going? I just got notification. This video may be inappropriate for some viewers. It's not letting me watch. But anyway, so yeah, today we're doing something a little bit different. So basically, we're going to be live reacting to the PlayStation State of Play event. They already said that this is going to be a focus on upcoming PS4 and PSVR games. A few PS5 game updates on third-party and indie titles that we saw in the June PS5 showcase. But no big PS5 announcements, so there's not going to be any pre-order announcements or anything like that. There's not going to be any, I don't know, extra update or anything like that. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of see what happens. The main stream starts in 8 minutes and 42 seconds and counting. But for right now, let's see. All right, so first things first, let's actually hop into my stream. Hello, Keegan, welcome. Let's hop into my schedule. So the schedule today, we're doing something special. Usually I don't stream on Thursdays, but because this is a special event, might as well. PlayStation State of Play, live reaction, and then tomorrow we're going to get back to playing games with Fall Guys Friday, which I'm super excited to play. Then, of course, on Saturday we're going to be playing some of the Avengers beta, which, Richard, are you looking forward to the Avengers beta or nah? Oh, wonderful. See? I give all the gaming news out to everybody. Look at that. Well, it's going to be open to everybody next weekend, so if you want to hop in with me, Richard, I would love to have you playing with me. I think Leo wants to play, too. So, it's up to... Hell yeah. Alright, so we'll do that next week. And then, speaking of next week, I had to move Cuphead from this Saturday, to next Friday. And then, before that, on Wednesday, I'm going to be playing some Ooblets, and then some more. But tomorrow is Fall Guys Friday, and I'm so excited for Fall Guys Friday, because it is definitely the game that's helped me launch this channel, and I am so happy that the Devolver Digital and everything came out with me. And I just realized, nobody could hear you, so introduce yourself again. Richard. I actually don't know if people can still hear you, so great, fantastic, awesome. I love this device. Oh my god. Hold up. No. You know, I'm still learning. We're still getting used to this. Can you speak for me, Richard? Richard, are you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yes, okay, cool. There we go. Okay, yeah. Leo hit me up and he was like, hey, we can't hear Richard. And I was like, shit. Great. So hello, Richard, or Marshall. This is a good buddy of mine, one of my best friends. So introduce yourself again, Richard.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Richard.
Perfect. Thank you. But Richard basically said, since you guys didn't hear, that he wants to play the Avengers beta next week with me. So I'm so excited. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we're going to be chatting about the State of Play. So let's just hop into the questions. So I want to ask the audience some questions too, along with you, Richard. So what is, here, I'm going to pop this up. What is something that you expect to see?
So, the one that I'm most expecting to see since they announced that it's going to be dealing with indies is Bug Snacks.
Yes. Yes, that was on my list too.
I played Octodad, but like I've loved that studio since playing that game, so I'm actually pretty excited to see a new game from them.
Octodad was great. I never played there was a two-player version of that, or two-player mode to that, and I didn't know. But I'm wanting to play Bug Snacks more and more and more. The more I think about it, the more I see about it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Any other games that you're thinking of that you might see? Like, what do you expect?
I don't really know what to expect since they said it's going to be PS4 games, and they've already come out like Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us, so I don't know what big games we have coming out, but one that I've seen floating around is the new Crash game.
Yep, that's what I had on my list too. I put Crash Bandicoot because we haven't seen really too much about it. Except for like they had the huge reveal trailer, but that was really it. I actually got the trailer up right here. Let me actually pull it up. But yeah, they had the reveal trailer, but otherwise there wasn't really all too much, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was really just that, and then they announced like a Infinite Runner alongside it, but that's about it. Yeah. You've played one Infinite Runner, you've played them all.
I do want to play it though. I do want to check it out, only because it's just like I mean it's Crash, but yeah. Let me pull up the Bug Snacks trailer in case y'all don't know.
Yeah, that's actually true. I do remember the name, but I don't remember seeing it in the past. Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I actually am pretty excited about this one. The art style looked really good, and it looks like the type of game that I typically play.
I'm thinking that they're probably gonna have the ones that are like compatible with PlayStation 5. So those ones are all gonna be compatible with PlayStation 5, but I don't know if Bugsnax is PS5 or PS4 or both. But Hitman 3 possibility, Oddworld, Soulstorm, Project Athia, which is from the subsidiary of Square Enix, Luminous, Resident Evil Village maybe. Although I don't know if Resident Evil Village is PS4 and 5 or just 5. I don't know. But then also my big one that I'm expecting and hoping to see is the Avengers with because they just announced Spider-Man. I mean, I got it on my shirt right here. They just announced Spider-Man, so we'll see. We'll see if they actually show off Spider-Man or if they show off anything. But yeah, there's been a little bit of a. There's also been a little bit of like a controversy with the like DualShock 4 versus the DualSense thing too, because like people are basically upset that they can't play with their DualShock 4 on PS5 games, and I'm like, what did you expect? But you know, whatever.
Well, a lot of the that I've seen is that people that have like a SCUF controller or something with paddles on the back can't use their paddles anymore.
Oh, okay, and those are expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god.
The thing is, though, like I play a lot of Destiny, so since that's technically a PS4 game, maybe it'll work with that, but we'll see.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even think of that. So the show starts in a little bit over a minute and a half. So let me get back into the next question. What's on your wish list? Like, what do you hope to see?
I'm actually not 100% sure since it is dealing so much with the PS4 and VR.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched my VR in a while just because I don't have the space for it, so I haven't been keeping up with those games.
That's fair.
But as for the PS4, it was really like I was hoping that they would show off some of the Spider-Man gameplay for Avengers since that was recently announced,
Mm-hmm.
and then possibly also the Crash gameplay. But then another one that I saw floating around was the Lego Star Wars since.
Yes! Oh my god, why didn't I looked at it last year at E3, and oh my god, dude, they completely changed around a Lego game. It's insane. I really want to see Deathloop. I really hope we can see Deathloop, which is super dope from Bethesda, their shooter. But then also Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Was what do you not expect to see? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Destiny 2. I don't expect to see Destiny 2 or Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed, only because those were at the showcase back in back for Xbox. But we are actually about to go live in like a few seconds, so let's hop over there. and watch.
I think it updated to say that they're live in 14 minutes.
What? No way. I can't hear the trailer you're showing. Leo, that's because I put no audio on the trailer. Did they really? Oh no. Let me actually look at them. Well, I mean... Oh no, that was the PS5's noise. Hold up. Oh no, here he goes.
Oh,
there
so
we go.
Yours is working and mine.
Nah, it's...
Oh, there we go. All right.
Jump down a bit. Yeah, Crash 4, we called it.
What do you know? The first thing that we said.
Okay. That's literally the first... They just hopped right into this. There was no introduction or anything.
Yeah.
Is this an exclusive, or is it going to come to, like, Xbox too?
No, what I saw was that it is coming to the Xbox Series X.
Okay. But it's like what, Call of Duty, where, like, they'll switch, like, between Xbox and PlayStation for, like, the deals or whatever they have.
Oh, yeah, probably. Especially since it's Activision, they like to make deals with both companies.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see Call of Duty? Because there's been a lot of, like, yes and no that I've seen.
You know, I'm not sure, because since they did say it was focusing on PS4, I'm sure they want to announce that with PS5 and Xbox Series X more than with a past gen.
That's true. Though, it just like, remember when we were at GameStop and they released Black Ops 3 for 360 and Xbox One?
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be something like that. Not necessarily like only multiplayer or something like that, but they did say they're going to integrate it into Warzone, so I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
This looks dope though. I really like the animation style.
Yeah, I'm actually like really impressed with how well it looks like the older games while also looking
Brand new.
way more new. Yeah.
Do they... I'm not a Crash... I wouldn't call myself a Crash fan. I have the trilogy, which I've been wanting to play on stream. But... Are they retconning, like, everything that happened after 3? I know it was just, like, a bunch of spin-off games, but... Yeah.
So, there is actually, like, a trilogy that takes place after the original 3. And with a line in the original trailer, they kind of wrote it all out because that trilogy isn't really widely accepted. There's only like one good game out of the whole trilogy.
Okay. Which is, what, the first one? No.
Huh?
Nothing. I thought you were talking about the original trilogy.
Oh, no. Yeah, the original trilogy everyone likes. But, I mean, Crash doesn't really have like a solid story, so...
Right.
They can kind of retcon things without a lot of bad implications.
Okay. Yeah, because Crash is still new to me, but I'm a big platformer person. So this looks cool. Well, yeah, we knew this.
Well, I am pretty excited about the new masks, because in the original games there weren't like a lot of masks that did different powers or anything, whereas in this one it looks like that's a main focus. So
that's cool. It's just like they showed this in the gameplay in the gameplay trailer where it's like, yeah, we're gonna be able to play as different characters.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's cool. Okay. Dingo Dial. Huh. Alright, so I'm refreshing. There we go. Alright. What? I didn't expect a full-on like gameplay.
This is showing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
huh.
It's like someone accidentally like hit the inverted option. They're like, wait a second. Oh, all right.
To answer someone in chat, I don't think Crash was always known as like a very hard franchise. It was only really this new version with the updated graphics and everything where it became very hard. Because I remember going through the whole game as a kid and not really facing a challenge, whereas going through it again now, it was much more difficult. So I think that's something that was changed with the re-release.
I know it's the original ones were supposed to be pretty difficult, but October 2nd. Okay, I'm excited for that one though. They showed a lot. Oh my god, that was long.
Yeah. I was gonna say they were difficult just from like they didn't really try to make them easy, whereas like nowadays they seemed harder than they used to be.
Yeah. That makes sense. I just feel like that wasn't like as far as an opener. I didn't expect it only because it's like it just was so long. Hitman 3, I called it. Yes. But all right, let me say hello to some people in the chat.
I won't know a lot.
You don't know a lot of Hitman? I don't really know a lot of Hitman. I'm kind of nostalgic to it only because my dad played it. And so like, you know, it's cool to me. And plus, Leo and I have a lot of fun with this. But,
all I remember is sexy nuns in.
Sexy nuns.
Actually paid attention to.
Holy shit! No way! Oh, damn! That's so fucking dope! Oh my god! Oh shit! I didn't expect a VR mode. That's so dope, dude.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
Oh my god! I wonder if this. I wonder if they're gonna have a VR mode on PC then. Also, I mean, what the shit, dude? That's so cool. I always thought about Hitman might be kind of cool in VR, but I didn't expect them to actually do something with it.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I hope it's not just like a single level and that you can play. Oh.
Oh my god, dude, that's so dope. Oh my god, wow. I'm super surprised with that. Oh my god. Yeah. By the way, hello, dum. And also, hello, gameplay. And hello, game. I love Hitman. Yes. It's on my PSVR to save up for my PS5. Oh no. Well, maybe later on you'll be able to get that PSVR back. What is this though?
You know, it might be beneficial to have sold your PSVR because they're most likely going to release an updated version.
That's true.
After the comes out.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Is this okay? This is live action, right? No, I can't tell if this is live action or if this is really good CG. I think it's live action though. Yeah. I heard Hitman isn't super violent. Oh yeah, totally not. Totally not. What is this? This is something that, like, druggies are gonna be all over. You're gonna be like, yeah. Oh! I know what this is! Hold on. Is this? Yes! I knew it! Okay.
That's a surprise.
As soon as I saw the art style, I was like, wait! Braid, right? Yeah. Anniversary edition. Ah! That's cool! Okay. I've had Braid for the longest time, but I've never touched it. Or I played it just like a minute of it, but then it was not much else. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten to play the whole thing, but I've always wanted to go through it.
It just feels... I feel like I think I played the demo, but this is cool, dude.
And it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are
Wow.
pixels for each pixel in the original game.
Oh, damn.
There are new animations for smoother motion,
improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
Wow.
and to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever.
Most detail.
To learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really
Hey, Frag Girl. How you doing?
Hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
That's actually something that is really good to do with an anniversary edition is to provide a bunch of commentary.
Yeah.
You can
It's-
play game and get a lot more information.
I thought they were gonna show the Pathless. I put it in my list last night, but I took it out because I was like, I don't know. This is by the same people who made Abzu, ABZU.
Today about our upcoming game.
I never actually played Abzu.
Neither did I. I have it. Didn't we at GameStop Expo? Didn't they have a thing for it?
The Pathless is an open
I
world
don't
mythic
remember.
adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the hunter. The hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape. Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless. So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel
This is
as
cool.
as the hunter herself.
I'm getting vibes that this might be kind of on rails though.
Yeah, that is kind of what it looks like, but then the fact that there's a lot of these archery targets like off in the distance, I'm not sure it's completely on
Bond
rails.
between the
I don't think it
hunter
is.
central.
I just think what they're showing right now. I mean, it is pathless.
You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
That was a really bad pun. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize you were making a pun. I thought you were being serious.
No, it's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Um.
That's what I mean.
Eagle.
Okay. So
Flying condition.
this looks
I
unique.
mean, it looks real pretty, but it's basically auto aim the game.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like.
The island, if you know where to look.
And like, is there any like challenge? Is there any?
Well, what I'm wondering is how early this build is and
Collecting
if they're
crystals
showing
will let
off.
you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If they're showing off anything,
You'll also discover
because like, is there gonna be?
ancient structures.
Is it just puzzles, or is there gonna be?
I mean, so far it looks like a puzzle game.
Just like straight puzzles instead of actually like combat or anything like that. Because like to me it feels like it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, like kind of like Zelda, but just the puzzles. In a way,
That's not a bad thing.
it's not a bad. No, it's not a
I
bad thing
think
at all.
it,
The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So
yeah, I don't know. It looks definitely like a puzzle, but what
Uh-huh.
they've shown so far is pretty simple.
It-
Peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks.
This feels like my first video game. No, not necessarily, but my first indie game.
To higher vantage points will let you see further in spirit vision.
As far as like when you're gonna go play, yeah, this is interesting. I want to pay eagle. That would be great. If I got a bird, it'd be a small, cute one. No eagle for me.
Pose a constant threat
I don't know what kind of bird I would have.
They will try
I'd
to
probably have a
separate
small
you
one, too.
from the eagle.
Maybe this is what we were looking for is
Mm-hmm.
whatever this darkness is. Oh yeah, so maybe there is combat.
Maybe. Oh no, not the eagle. Okay.
Stay still in the light to avoid
Oh.
detection.
No. It's just so it's basically just it's a lot of stealth.
I mean, that's not a bad
And
thing.
puzzle.
Not every game needs combat.
Oh no, not at all. But like I don't know. It's super intriguing.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
That creature definitely does look pretty intimidating.
Oh yeah, and with the light that when it turns towards you or whatever, that looks cool.
When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest, corner them in a dramatic final battle.
What? Wait. Is there only one of these, or is there multiple? Are they just showing?
No, they
all-
did show multiple towers.
Okay. So what I'm getting is like each tower has these things.
Yeah, each tower's looking like it's connected to a creature that you have to then fight.
Cool.
Yeah, it's giving me a a Shadow of the Colossus vibe.
Yeah.
where you have to take down these like large creatures, but then they added in
The
tower
puzzles,
mechanic
and
to
towers.
just make it to where you can't just go and take each one out one after the other right at the beginning.
Keegan says, this game kind of reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn now, with the light coming out of the creature's eye. Yeah. It kind of does.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world.
There just seems to be a lot of the type of games where it's like, oh, we're bringing light to the dark world kind of
There's so much more
games. And I can't really,
coming out later this year.
I don't know.
Thanks for watching.
It does look very interesting. It looks
Yeah.
like a game I'd at least give a chance, especially since you know, the art direction is actually
Oh, it's gorgeous. Ever since Breath of the Wild, though, people have been trying to like almost copy that kind of art style, I feel. So I feel like it's trying to like go off of that, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. I would have to try a demo for that. Spelunky 2! Holy shit! Was Spelunky 2 already announced? Oh my god. Yep, that's why I love Spelunky.
You know, I've actually never played Spelunky.
Oh my god, it's so fun. They're going to space! Oh my god. Leo was just telling me the other day, what's Spelunky? And I'm like, do you remember now? Holy shit.
So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet.
Dude.
The reason why we're adding online multiplayer.
Oh, hell yeah, finally. It was just like a couch
We
co-op.
also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
That's so cool.
I designed the world of
Wow.
Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full.
I'm a fake gamer, I guess. I've never heard of any of these games. That's okay. That's why you're watching with us, so that we can learn
For example,
together.
I was gonna say a lot of these trailers are brand new
passageways.
Yeah.
trailers with a lot of information actually.
Yeah.
You have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the cave.
My god.
I don't think Hitman 3's even actually had like a real announcement trailer. That one wasn't even really that because it was mostly for the VR.
Yeah. With Hitman, you mean?
Many hours of playing,
Yeah,
and
Hitman
still have
3.
interesting runs that don't even go past the first area.
Yeah,
In the game,
oh.
runs often centered around the shops. and
How
have
long ago did the
interesting
original
interactions.
Spelunky come out?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Let me actually check.
Shopping experience and made it more nuanced and exciting.
Curious.
And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing this
The original came out 2008.
how long it will take to find a deeper
Okay,
secret.
yeah. So don't worry if you haven't heard of it.
But I
Dum
think
dum
the
dum.
great thing about
I just called them Dum Dum.
are the ones that even I don't know about.
Yeah, Spelunky was really popular back in the day, but it hasn't had a lot of updates recently, so
Yeah.
it's kind of fallen off. Which now we know why it hasn't had updates. They've been producing a second one.
Yeah.
Types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family.
It's funny. Recently, I've been playing a game called Cave Blazers, I think it was, and it's on the Switch, but it's almost identical to this,
They're
but
really what guided my design
a bit more ham-fist.
Wait, that just went on sale today, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
I think I just got like a notification today about I think that one. I'll have to grab it if you're playing it then. Hey Leone, how you doing? Herbert, still need to try it out. Yes. Dude. Maybe this was already announced and I just missed it. Or maybe I just like instantly forgot it or put it to the back of my mind and I forgot about it.
The most I could think of is that perhaps they have an image that they showed or something.
See what's
I've-
happening? Oh my god. It's being a beat to hell. September 15th. Hell yes. Next month. Dude. That's one of my most hyped games. Holy crap.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with the
Oh.
closer look at Genshin Impact.
I'm not. You know I'm not really too much into anime games and all that.
actually see, that's because you're wrong.
Yeah. The music immediately reminds me of Zelda, though.
Yeah, this even looks a lot like Breath of the Wild. See, Pathless, I wasn't getting a Breath of the Wild vibe, but this one I definitely am.
I was only getting the Breath of the Wild vibe from the art style.
Yeah.
This feels like this is Breath of the Wild, dude.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a knockoff.
With like some few like
I mean, it's
more
not
RPG
exactly
stuff.
Bad. It could end up being a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Still, it's just
Super.
screaming Breath of the Wild.
You know what it's inspired by. That's something.
Not bring yourself to kill. Speak my name.
Oh shit.
Think you can get away?
What was this called? Genshin?
I didn't see the name, but I mean, if it's Breath of the Wild with a focus on bosses, I'm
Genshin Impact.
not hating it.
I mean, no. Oh, it's coming out this month. What is this? The editing is inconsistent. They like go. Sometimes they'll do like that scroll thing and go into the next video. Sometimes they won't. It's kind of annoying. Breath of the Wild meets Spellbreak is what Leonie said. Oh, I didn't expect this to be a fighter.
The art is looking insane on this.
This is, yeah, it kind of hurts to look at. Because
I like it.
I mean, I like it, but for me right now, just from viewing it, it's like, if you put one character in front of the other, it looks like they would just meld together,
Oh, yeah.
and I wouldn't be able to tell who's
This
who.
is a game where it just becomes mush. But it's pretty mush.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
into
that
it.
last one didn't show really enough for me to know what it is, but I mean, they focused a lot on the boss fight in the end of that, so
You mean,
if they haven't focused on boss fights, I wouldn't mind it, the Genshin. Whereas this one, you know, it's got really pretty art,
yeah.
but not art that lends itself to very easy to understand gameplay.
And that's something that either you have to play it. I want to say, Aeon.
I think it was called Eon Must Die.
I hate logos where it has like mixed up stuff like that, and you don't know, mutate. Damn it! What? So we have this one. I like this art style. It's kind of like pixelated and not.
But I can't think of the name at the moment. And it's called Velocity.
This one's called Velocity?
No, it's reminding me of a game called Velocity.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, hello, Acrinia, how you doing? I just realized Acrinia was in here. Are you playing Fall Guys on PS4 tomorrow? Yes, Keegan, I am, for Fall Guys Friday. I'm so excited. My thing is with games like this is, this is like a platformer basically. And mutate. Oh, damn it! I can't. Mutation. Yeah, Bun Snacks.
From PS5. My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of Bad.
Oh,
Wow, that's your new lead. Another monster hunt. Elizabeth Beckman is a 2-bit con artist.
oh.
Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this Bugsnack story, you're out of a job.
Oh.
You're the journalist. Elizabeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack over there.
Oh, it's first person. Cool.
Take my snack.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunker goes wild for catching
So
So it's like I've heard around that it's compared to being a mix of Animal Crossing and Pokemon Snap.
I am down.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet.
Nobody hates you yet.
Bring everybody back to
It's always a great way to start things off.
This is PlayStation's Animal Crossing. With a twist.
You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
I mean, it's definitely gonna have some
Pizza. Oh shit. Hell yeah. I'm down. I'm in it.
it
Ooh.
definitely has like
Yeah, boy! More PSVR, Vader Immortal stuff. Now I played through all of Vader Immortal. Boy, Vader Immortal 100% was one of the best VR games I've ever played. If not the best so far.
You must stop, Vita.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the force.
Yeah, I really wanted to play this, but I don't have a
VR.
PC VR.
Well, now you have. Did you say you still have your PSVR headset?
I do.
Okay.
It's just sitting in a cabinet.
We're gonna have to bring it out for this, baby.
Only problem is I don't have the space for it, baby.
Make room, because this game is 100% worth it. When? August 20. You better do it soon, honey.
I'm surprised it's coming out on PS4. Figured that one would be a PS5 game.
I'm not surprised because from playing it, it's not as intense graphically. Keegan said that Bug Snacks reminds him of Slime Rancher. I never played Slime Rancher. I have it.
I haven't played it. Megan's little sister has, but
It just
it's
looks.
just because I haven't gotten around to buying it myself.
It looks-
Oh, Control.
What are they?
That's what this is.
Oh, is it
Control.
DLC?
Well, I thought that was a Xbox. Wasn't that an Xbox exclusive game?
No, it's on. Yeah, it's the expansion.
Oh, I just didn't remember.
No,
I
it's.
don't know why I thought it was. Like,
I think it's like $30 right now on the summer sale. Slime Rancher just looks always too cute. My God, this looks rough. Oh, that's why. It's an auto chess. I've been wanting to play Control though. It looks super cool. I just haven't gotten around to it. I think I want to pay like maybe $20 for it, $25 for it. I don't want to pay like $30 outright right now.
yeah, I've heard the story for it's pretty great, but I just haven't gotten around to playing it. I have a lot of other games that I'd rather play first.
Yeah. This is
exhilarating.
I don't know about you, but this is about the time to go for a pee break. Unless they show a sports game coming up. Oh my God, #1 victory. Oh, it's literally just called auto chess. That looked exhilarating. I thought that game was a new Spyro game. For auto
Not
chess?
gonna lie, the it's definitely made me think it wasn't gonna be a chess game.
Whenever it's set up like that, I just immediately know it's an auto chess game. This is interesting.
I've actually I've seen something for this game before. It looks pretty decent.
It looks simple. Sometimes that's all you need. Oh, I sneezed.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Simple and then get very complex over time.
Oh, like with that, yeah. That's cool. I'm into this.
There's that old game on a PSP where you have to like turn the world and it's like those paintings where like the staircases are going everywhere and it's giving me that vibe.
Oh, I feel like I know what game you're talking about, but I can't think of what it is.
Yeah, it was pretty popular back on the PSP, but I don't know the name of it.
The Pedestrian. I'm into that one.
Take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Oh snap!
Are the forest shadows, ghosts running silently between the straight, cold runs of a corrupt state.
There's been so many games where like,
They can't.
oh, this is a dark world, and they show people hanging, and I'm like, I'm not even shocked at it anymore.
We've taken everything from
Yeah, they gotta show some pretty intense stuff for me to be shocked at.
I know. Like Doom was the last time I got shocked. I was like, dude, that was brutal. Doom Eternal.
arts and invading war.
But Doom is in its own league, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, some stuff in Last of Us is pretty intense,
Yeah.
but that's it. Oh, okay, brutal.
We take back what was stolen. And the people call us heroes.
Cinematic trailers really need to excite me to actually get me hyped up. But I'm getting vibes of like a multiplayer co-op, like loot and shoot.
Yeah.
Not
what I've
necessarily
seen,
shoot, but
The characters that are sneaking up on them are all the same characters.
yeah, I didn't even see that. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. That's cool. Oh, there's gameplay.
But some legends.
Oh, there's the name.
I mean, it definitely looks interesting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Something like before where 2 teams compete in a PvE area.
I'm into it.
I mean, it worked out for Destiny and Gambit until, they didn't update it for 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, is this the Pokemon ripoff? Yeah, this is it. Someone tried to make like a Pokemon game. It's super Pokemon inspired. Like, I mean, you could tell right here. But they're aiming it for, I think, PS4, PC, and Xbox. Like, not Nintendo, or maybe eventually Nintendo.
A lot of the draw for Pokemon is that you can, You can bring it portable. You can bring it anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to sit down at a console and play a Pokemon game.
Well, if this, because this is completely different. I don't know if they have crossplay or what, but this is also online multiplayer. Completely online multiplayer. See. NBA 2K21. I love the game. A new trailer came out today. I'm not a sports person at all, so like if we see another sports game, Temtem. Yeah, that's it.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new
God damn it.
Ooh.
I'm two very different. It's either you're really interested in this game or you're not. Like this just looks very generic to me.
Wow.
I had a feeling they were going to show something like this. But I mean, this is actual gameplay, so maybe I'll change my mind.
It's actually something that I think can pull a lot of people over.
And I am the game
What was
Depending
that?
on how good it is, obviously.
on behalf of Counterplay Games. We are very excited.
See, I've heard this is going to be
and to offer you
kind of like a looter hack and slash, which obviously I like looters.
today you'll be
They don't really have a lot of looter hack and slashes, so
Well, maybe with that Hood one, they're going to show it, do a different one.
and some things may change for the final product.
See, when you tell me that, it makes me feel like you're not confident in what you're about to show.
Please enjoy.
no, this game's in pretty early,
Let's jump right
from
into
what I heard.
Godfall
Okay.
is.
Because I thought
Godfall
it was supposed to be like a launch title, right?
features intense action,
I'm
satisfying
not 100%
moments
sure.
of
I
combat,
haven't been paying
robust
too much attention to it because
systems.
just from
You can enjoy the game
not seeing any gameplay, like we don't really know what it's about.
through
But
online
I mean,
co-op
obviously,
with
this
two
is what I've
additional
been waiting for: is some type of combat gameplay.
Godfall is set in a
Yeah.
brand new high fantasy universe.
The hack and slash, I mean,
Magic,
I don't know.
realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water,
Okay, Avatar.
and fire.
What the
Well-
fuck? Literally Avatar.
All the years
aside from the actual avatar itself.
There are no microtransactions.
Oh, no microtransactions. There's the.
All in on day one.
Hey, you don't realize how important it is to hear that.
No. It is important now, especially with like EA games. Like EA has to announce like, oh, no microtransactions. You know, no shit like that.
Warrior, able to
Godfall, I feel like they stole from God of War. I don't know.
you into an unstoppable master of
I need to play this to get an opinion on it because
valor lost in time.
there's
Their own characteristics and
th- there's a few games that like what
now
Well,
let's talk
Fire
about
Nation
gameplay.
attacked.
there's a few
Our team wanted to do something.
there's a few games that I'm seeing that I'm like I really need to actually see or I need to play it myself in order to actually
Create what
like get an opinion on it. Like Avengers, I need to.
our game is therefore one part
Yeah,
gear
Avengers needs
and one
a
part
lot
gear
more
stick. In
gameplay.
other words,
The story for Avengers looks great, but the gameplay looks like it should have been released 5 years ago.
blue traits. But we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment in mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive.
I mean, it doesn't really look very fluid to me.
More often than
I mean,
not,
it is.
you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time.
Something tells me you don't play a lot of hack and slash games.
I want to play more.
Gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive.
It reminds me of like a MOBA,
Familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the
but
Yeah, I
you're
can see that.
yeah,
The
it,
difference would be that like, in a MOBA, you're clicking an enemy and waiting for.
longsword.
waiting for the animation to go. Well, I mean, technically you're doing the same thing with pressing a button, but
Like,
The polearm,
you actually do like combos and like different
the two-handed
like
warhammer,
sequences of buttons in order to get different combos to do
Yeah.
different things. Where,
yeah.
from what
We'll
I've
see.
heard, this has kind of got like a Souls vibe to it, which is also something that.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons.
Oh, I grabbed Dark Souls Remastered finally.
Category. Each weapon with
Oh, you
its
did?
own
Yeah,
primary
on
and secondary
Fanatical, they're doing an offer where like, oh, it's on sale and you get a free game with it, and I was like, okay.
how to modify them in greater detail. For now,
It's like a free game of your choice
dual
too.
blades and
Apparently, Avengers isn't open world, which makes me sad. I heard that it was open world.
this weapon class in Godfall.
But I mean, maybe the beta it's not. But otherwise, I heard Avengers was supposed to be open world for one part of it at least.
Targets or single
We'll see.
targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also
Are they going through every single character?
at the end of your
Oh,
light
they're
attack
going
combo.
through the weapon types that are in the game, which I'm sure.
I'm like not
just to
even.
show-
I'm like not even paying
Different
attention.
type.
Build up charge. You can also
Yeah.
focus, which is unique to the dual blades.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Massive damage in a short period of time. There's also mortal coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy.
Okay, God of War.
enemy towards you, like pulling a cable. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns.
Leonie says,
that
"Be
need a lot of
aggressive.
different
Be
combo setups.
aggressive."
Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack.
These trailers / gameplay kind of drag. This one is dragging for me.
Moves of the longsword class.
Like
Spectral
this.
flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high
This
damage.
isn't
see,
what I
as a-
expected.
That is actually
Then there's
in this game.
spiral,
It is
which eviscerates
good information,
all
but
enemies
I can see
in
it being
straight
kind of
zigzag
boring
paths.
since, they're
Notice
showing
there's
a
white
lot of
flash
stuff for this
after a
game.
attack.
Yes, and not a lot of people are interested in this game specifically.
This is like something that you would say like, hey, if you're interested in this game, come to our YouTube channel and
Yes!
watch our gameplay trailer, not something that they show in the middle of a state of play.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It makes me feel like PlayStation was like, oh, we have over 40 minutes of content, only because like they're trying to like drag out everything because they don't have a lot to. Well, they did have a lot to announce, but you get what I mean.
I will say this game, already from watching this trailer, it does look better than what a lot of people were thinking it was going to be. 'Cause
Yeah.
You can aim
It looks like the combat's a lot more
Hit multiple nearby targets.
involved than what people
If
thought
you
it was going to be
attach
already.
shield
I agree.
Just as you catch your shield,
So,
you can perform a
The fact that there is a lot of different like ways to fight is a good thing, because the main problem with like these types of games is that you end up learning one combo that kills everybody, and you do that one combo over and over. Whereas this looks like they tried to make it have a lot of stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
to the ground.
I agree. I've droned off. Yeah. I'm here and also not. Wait a second. Is that Torbjorn? No, not Torbjorn. Is that?
Like back to just showing.
Is that Reinhardt? Reinhardt, that you? This is what I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
Instead of like a full analysis.
Like hey, if you want to see like how the weapons work in this game, go here.
That's what I expected. Because like, in my opinion, for a state of play, it should be like 2 minutes of like, here's our quick gameplay. That's it. Like Hitman, that Hitman reveal was perfect for me. That was probably the best reveal out of this entire thing for me. Only because it's like, oh yeah, it's Hitman 3, cool. Let's see what they have, and then all of a sudden it's PSVR, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, like Crash, starting it off with a long gameplay like that, I don't know how to feel. Because I was just like, cool. You know, I'm into the game, so I mean, I don't care.
State of plays have never really been like Nintendo Directs, where Directs just kind of show you a snippet, or it's a complete focus on one game.
Yeah.
State of play has always been they show off a lot of gameplay or specific systems of a game, so
Right.
it makes sense that they're showing off more than like a typical trailer.
Yeah.
This one though did really focus on something that only people that are already fans of the game will care about.
Which is, I'm wondering if they lost viewers because of that.
I doubt it.
I don't know, because some.
Following.
I'd say yes and no. It threw me off. The very first trailer threw me off only because I was just like, it looks kind of generic. But then, like the music, I was like, I like the music choice, but not for this game. It's bad editing. That's it. All right. Getting some God of War feelings. The boss reminds me of the Valkyries. Okay. I've never played God of War. My bad.
Yeah, this game has a lot of following from people that are into games like Division and Destiny, which, you know, it's a large genre, the looter genre, and it's one of the first what looks like a competent hack and slash looter.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gotten a really focuses on loot since what someone mentioned in the chat, the old Baldur's Gate games, or
Yeah.
even like Divinity. Those games have a lot of loot, hack and slash, but they also don't have very like you aren't very involved in the combat, so that's why a lot of people were following Godfall.
Right. It's. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about Godfall. But anyway, let's go back.
Not your genre.
Yeah, it's probably not my genre, but at the same time, I do want to get into more of them. Like, I've been wanting to play Devil May Cry and stuff like that, just because it's such a well-known game that I want to know more about it. That's
Yeah.
And I want to actually experience it for myself. So let's go back to the audience questions, and I want to, or not just audience questions, but I want to ask the audience these questions too. So it was like, what do you expect to see? Did you see something that you wanted to see? Was there anything on your wish list that we did see? And what did you not expect to see? Or what did you think that you were going to see? Or wait, no. What did you not expect to see? Like, oh, I don't expect to see Destiny 2 because it was in the Xbox showcase. That was where I was at. So let's start off with what was your most hyped game that you saw? Richard.
Huh? Oh, I thought you were asking. the
I mean, yes, I'm asking the audience and asking you as well.
Ask the question again. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. What was the most hyped game that you just saw? Like, name a game or two that stuck with you. That, like, it's still in your mind. You're like, oh my god, I can't wait to play that.
So, Bugsnax is actually definitely much better than what I was anticipating, because
Me
you know,
too.
they announced the Pokemon Snap recently, and I wasn't hugely into that just because it looks very simple, whereas Bugsnax looks like it's a lot more involved.
Yes. I wasn't expecting Bugsnax to be first person for some reason. I didn't know what I expected it to be. I didn't know if it was going to be first person or third person or what. But now I'm like, if it's more like Animal Crossing, then I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like one of the things that I really like about it already is that like when I watch the Pokemon Snap trailer, for example, the Pokemon don't seem like they're acting in their behaviors in like a natural setting, whereas in this, all the bugs and like the different creatures look like they're actually like interacting with their surroundings.
Yeah, and that's really cool. I also like the kind of like dark and brooding kind of thing that they have going on too, because you don't know like if there's something actually going on behind the scenes or what. Because like all of a sudden it was dark, and then you saw that giant pizza, the giant pizza moth thing.
Looking forward for the end of the game to be a murder mystery.
Honestly, I want it to be a murder mystery. Like, I love it when things that are like super cute and look super cool are twisted to be something completely dark and something you don't expect. Like, that's why I love like Krampus, because Krampus, like, you know, Christmas is supposed to be cheery and great, and then all of a sudden there's Krampus, where he literally, like, if you're a bad kid, he will steal you and drag you to hell.
I'll tell you, I have an anime for you. It's called Madoka Magica, and you'll be surprised.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. So, was there any other game that has stuck with you aside from Godfall? We talked a lot about Godfall.
Wow. Yeah, that was really the only other one that I've been looking forward to. But I will say, I don't know how to say her name, so I'll just say Yona. In the chat, the
Acrinia
actually looked pretty good to me. It looks like, you know, it looks very anime, but they focused a lot on the boss fighting at the end, so that tells me that the game has a focus on that, which, as you know, I've played many Dark Souls games, many Souls-like games, so boss fights are a big draw to me, and yeah, I thought it looked pretty interesting as well, even if it looks like a major Breath of the Wild rip-off in a way.
I think that's why I like it. I would love, because, you know, we saw multiple characters, so I'm wondering if it's actually going to have like a bit of a multiplayer thing to it too. Like if it's going to have like a bit of a like co-op vibe, or either if it's 2, 3, 4 people, whatever. That'd be cool, because I mean, we saw like at the during those boss fights like 2 or 3 people at the same time, so that's really cool. Yeah, I like how it was Breath of the Wild vibes. I got Breath of the Wild vibes because I like Breath of the Wild quite a lot, so liked Breath of the Wild quite a lot. So that's something that drew me in. I was just like, okay, I love Breath of the Wild, so maybe I'll like this game. But yeah, I'm not necessarily a JRPG fan. I've been trying to get more into them, like slowly, but not 100% necessarily. But yeah, I think for me the most hyped game was Hitman 3 VR. That was like I said a little bit ago, that was my favorite reveal. That was probably the best reveal. Because, oh my god, like, I just thought we were going to see like some certain, like, you know, special mode or something like that, and then we did. I mean, but all of a sudden it's VR. Technically it was. But I didn't expect to see VR mode in that, because that's insane. Oh my god, I can't wait to play that, and I'm wondering if they're gonna actually have VR support on PC too, because it could be like Resident Evil, where Resident Evil 7 had a PSVR mode, but it didn't have a VR mode on PC. So I'm hoping that they have a VR mode on PC, because I'd prefer to play on PC because of the VR. But yeah, I'm so excited for that. I think also Spelunky 2, only because I love Spelunky. Vader Immortal, because it was super... Vader Immortal, anytime someone wants to talk to me about Vader Immortal, I get hyped up, because I'm just like, dude, yes, it's by far one of the best VR games I've ever played. What else? Bugsnax, the pedestrian looked cool, and then Hood, Outlaws, and Legends I wanna see more of, because that one looks cool. But yeah, dude, Bugsnax. That's all you need to know. Bugsnax.
That's like probably the biggest thing out of this whole state of play is definitely Bugsnax.
Yeah, no doubt. Because, dude, I want to know more about Bugsnax, because I of all the games, I want to know more about it, just because the world seems so interesting. Like, my biggest thing is, once they eat something, a body part turns into whatever they just ate. So I'm like, does that fade away after a while? Like, do they poop and then it's gone? or are they like that forever? They can only eat like 5 things in their life? What was that?
My thing is like if that is a gimmick or if that's actually something that's going to happen to actually be a part of the gameplay. Like, since it does have like that kind of mystery foreboding kind of vibe at the end of each of the trailers, maybe there is some type of survival element, and that means there will be a hunger system. And maybe whenever you're doing stuff out in the wild, you might have to resort to eating a bug snack. And maybe at a certain point you end up eating too many and you become a bug snack yourself.
Oh.
Failure state of the game. So I'm wondering if maybe it's a Pokemon Snap-esque game with a survival element added to it.
That's cool. I didn't even think of that because like they did say, you know, for your survival, but like either that means like something that, like akin to like what you just said, or it's something that's dark and brooding, kind of like maybe in vein of. Did you ever play Firewatch? It kind of reminded me of Firewatch.
Is that the one where you play as the like park ranger?
Yes.
Yeah, I never actually got around to that one just because it wasn't really my type of game. It's kind of like a walking simulator, but
That's fair.
It does look very good.
I play Firewatch. It was you can play it within one sitting. It's great. You can play it in one sitting, but also at the same time, it's the story behind it is just like it's really really good. And also, I felt like I felt like something was like watching me. And so I was just like very like on edge the entire time during that game. So I'm wondering if Bugsnax is gonna kind of be in the same vein as that, and if it's actually gonna have like horror elements and stuff. Let's see. Keegan said, I'm just gonna catch up with the chat for a quick second. Keegan said, imagine in VR going full John Wick mode in Hitman 3, dude. Yes, that's why I'm so excited. Akrenia said, I didn't see Hitman 3 because I tuned in afterwards, but sounds awesome. After 132 hours of Slime Rancher, I could use a game like Bugsnax. Yes. Damn, is Slime Rancher really that good? Maybe I'll have to check it out sometime. And then, did you eat my snack? No, your leg is what I was saving in the fridge. Oh, cool. Alright, let's move on. What impressed or surprised you the most? And keep in mind, audience, I'm also asking you guys. What impressed or surprised you the most? Was there anything you didn't expect to see that was actually shown?
I mean, other than like, a bunch of indies, there's not really a lot that I was expecting out of this. So, all the indies are pretty surprising to me, but I think it is, we talked about a lot, but I think it is Godfall. I didn't expect them to show
so
any
much
large games, because Godfall is looking like a much bigger game. Like Bugsnax I expected because it's somewhat indie, it's not made by like a major studio, but Godfall is. So I'm surprised that they showed Godfall but not other large scale games, because even Hitman isn't a very large series nowadays.
It's still well known though.
Yeah.
Where is it? Squaresoft? What is it? Someone I can't remember who exactly does it, but Hitman is still pretty big. I wasn't expecting to see Braid at all. Braid came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Braid came out of nowhere. What impressed or surprised you the most? So, I think Spelunky, probably because I forgot it. Spelunky 2. I think it was announced and I just completely forgot about it. Maybe I'm not 100% on that one. Vader Immortal, I was happy to see, even though I knew it was coming. I didn't expect it in this one. I don't know why, but I mean that kind of makes sense. I was hoping to see. Because I didn't see a lot about Dreams, because Dreams recently had a PSVR update. We've talked about Dreams, haven't we?
We haven't really talked about it much, but I have, I've done a lot of research into it, because I don't know if you know, but like I played a lot of Little Big Planet.
Yes.
So that game is like up my alley.
Yeah. Cause I started playing Dreams and I was like, oh, I can make a short film in this. I could do my own game version of that short film. But it's so big. Like you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours that I don't have to actually play that. Or maybe I could play something like that on stream. I don't know. But yeah, I was expecting something like that because it didn't seem like it really hit very big. But yeah. So I think yeah, for me, what surprised me the most was Hitman 3 VR. Definitely. Braid was cool. I didn't expect to see so much of Godfall, so that I was kind of like, okay. You and I were both like hyped up about Bugsnax. We were like, yeah, they're gonna show Bugsnax.
Yeah, that seems like it's their like leading indie title for the PS5.
100%, 110%. If that's not a launch title, then if that is a launch title and actually it turns out to be really, really good, like they're Animal Crossing in a way. Dude, it's gonna do numbers. Keegan says, I think we will have to wait for the big games like Deathloop or Resident Evil Village because they will all be at the PlayStation 5 State of Play, and that is a new generation of console as well. Yeah, I think the next, we don't know when the next State of Play is, but they'll probably show off more of the big games the next time they do a State of Play. Mainly because I think that they're going to have, like, at the same time they're going to have the price reveal and the date and all that, because that's, that has to be coming up soon because they said holiday. It's August now. Like, you have what, 3 months to release a console? Like, you gotta get going. But anyway, what did you expect to see that we didn't see? So I expected to see Crash and Bugsnax. We got Tony Hawk. I wanted to see a little bit more of because it's coming out relatively soon. I really wanted to see Level Devil Inside, but we didn't. I'm surprised there wasn't a sports game.
Yeah, that's actually very surprising since sports games can kind of sell consoles too because there's the dedicated fan base there.
And there's the more generic crowd, like how you and I, we sold the same kind of games because if you guys didn't know, Marshall or Richard and I worked at GameStop together. That's where we met. And he and I, oh man, we know gamers. So we sold a lot of Call of Duty and sports games to the same people every single year.
Yeah, and those are the same people where you try to sell them another game and they have no idea that other games exist.
Exactly. You're just like, oh, have you ever heard of, I don't know, Crash Bandicoot? It's like a kid's game, right? It's like, yeah. So, or have you ever heard of Dark Souls? Huh? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really surprised that we didn't see any sports games only because, like, I think PlayStation knew that this was going to be a smaller State of Play. Not a lot of people were going to pay attention because there wasn't any big PS5 news. So I feel like maybe they were like, okay, we'll wait to reveal another sports game or reveal more gameplay for one later on. But Keegan did say that they revealed a trailer today for, I think, the next NBA one. NBA 2K, whatever. 2K21. Which I'm not into sports games at all. Not my crowd. So, yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't show it, though.
I will say I am surprised that they didn't have some type of sizzle reel that's showing new content for stuff from the PS5 update, just because even though I know they said there wasn't going to be new stuff for the PS5, I'm surprised they didn't have more of a presence with it, just because, like, they know that not a lot of people are caring about upcoming things on the PS4.
Right.
Like, they really, I'm just surprised they didn't show more for their upcoming console,
It's, yeah, more, feels like sports games are just a given at this point. Yeah, because it appeals to the generic crowd. So yeah, not having a sizzle reel for PS4 stuff, I don't know.
Oh no, sizzle reel for PS5 stuff.
For PS5 stuff, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just do like a quick, like, hey, don't forget these games are also going to come out for PS5. But at the same time, like, if they're not going to reveal like a price or anything, why would we care to see something like that? Because if you want to get me hyped about like PlayStation 5 after you announce the price, you would show me, those games that, oh, don't forget these games are all coming out, and these are going to come out like within the first month that the console's out, or the first week, whatever, the first day. And so I'm kind of not surprised that we didn't see a hype trailer like that. But yeah, a lot of people are more or less looking forward to the PS5 more than PS4 news, so I knew this wasn't going to be as big, so I feel like that's why they didn't show any sports games or anything like that. Yeah. So let's move on to the very last question. Was there anything on your wish list that was or was not shown? So I really wanted to see more Deathloop, Kenna, Stray, hopefully more Demon Souls. I know you probably wanted to see more Demon Souls. Ghostwire. Yeah, Ghostwire, and then Elden Ring. Which Elden Ring? Do you know about Elden Ring? Don't you?
Let me look it up real quick because I can't remember.
I'll just give you a little cliff notes. It was announced I think last year. But it's the next game from Software, the creator of Dark Souls.
Yes, that's right.
Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. Like, it was announced and then nothing. It was like leaked, announced, and then nothing at all.
Yeah, like with that type of thing, it's like, Dark Souls games haven't really had like huge lead up like of information, so I mean, I'm obviously excited just because I play every single Souls game.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've heard is that this one is kind of straying a bit away from being a Souls-like and more towards being just kind of more of an action game, which I wouldn't mind because, From Software shouldn't put themselves in a corner. They really should expand on different gameplay mechanics from the Souls series in other genres. But yeah, just there's so little information about it that I would have been extremely surprised if they showed it here. But one that I am surprised they didn't show is Demon Souls, because it's an exclusive,
Right.
but it's it's a very large exclusive. Like that's gonna pull in a huge crowd because anybody that likes Souls likes and missed the original Demon Souls will now get to enjoy like this updated version that hopefully also has some gameplay updates. But
I'm
yeah,
sure
I'm
it
just
will.
surprised they didn't show something like that.
I think those big games like Elden Rings. Then again, Elden Rings and Demon Souls are probably gonna be. Even though you said that they're gonna be different. Which if Elden Ring is more action, then I might be more into that than the other games. Even though I'm gonna try out Dark Souls again. I'm gonna try it again. But I feel like those two games are super similar. So I feel like they're also not gonna be shown at the same time. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect them to be shown together, but I just meant I'm surprised. I'm not surprised they didn't show Elden Ring, just because, it's From Software. They usually don't show a lot until like really up to release.
Yeah.
But, I am surprised there was not even a mention of Demon Souls.
I mean, Demon Souls is really big for PS5, and this one was mainly focusing on PS4. So in a way, I wanted to see it. I was hoping that there would be at least some sort of update, but. I feel like they're gonna probably save that one because that one's really hyped up. I feel like they're gonna save that for like the next big event where they're gonna release the price and everything. Part of me feels like they're just gonna release the price and just like, oh, it's available for pre-order. No, they even said that you will know like ahead of time when the pre-order's out, but there's always that fear. But yeah, I expected to see. There's stuff on my wish list that I wanted to see that literally everything that I wrote down we did not see. But I was expecting to see some stuff about Avengers because the beta literally is it's open this weekend to people that pre-ordered it. Next weekend it's just an open beta. And so I was expecting to see more about that because they literally announced the Spider-Man announcement and people were pissed about it. But I expected to see stuff about that. But we didn't get anything.
The fact that they didn't announce anything with that, especially since they also, announced that in kind of like just a Twitter statement that, hey, Spider-Man's going to be exclusive to the PS5.
That's it.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, because I was expecting to see like even like a little gameplay glimpse, like even if it was like not as long as Godfall, but like something small like what we saw with Vader Immortal, just like a hype trailer or something like that of like, look, it's Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, I even wore my Spider-Man shirt for luck, but that's okay.
I mean, I'm sure that they would show him alongside maybe like a Miles trailer.
Oh, maybe. Because I mean, the game comes out in September. Like, if they were gonna do any sort of Spider-Man gameplay showcase or anything like that, I feel like this would be it. Especially to hype up people to go play the beta and go play it on PS4 because that's where Spider-Man's gonna be. That would make more sense to me, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
From a marketing standpoint.
I'm surprised at how little like coverage this game has actually had because it's a large game from Square Enix and Marvel's a huge brand right now and it's gotten so little coverage that I actually like genuinely forget that it's even being made in between announcements.
See, I did. Am I allowed to? I'm probably not allowed to say it, but so I'm not going to. But the gameplay, I'll tell you later. But the gameplay that was shown at E3 last year that was released online later, it my thing about the Avengers game is the story looks great. The story sounds great. I'm super interested in the story. And the voice actors, the voice talent in it, like they have Troy Baker, they have, that's all I know. But the story looks great, but the gameplay looks like it should have been released 5 years ago. That's my huge thing about it, and it looks so stiff. Like they said like they wanted it to be fluid and everything, and I'm like, this just looks so generic and looks so boring, and it looks like every character, even though like, oh, I'm playing as Thor feels like I'm playing as Captain America, or Iron Man, it feels like I'm playing as Black Widow, you know, stuff like that. So it's you know, we'll see with the beta.
Yeah, it is one of those things where like they can't make characters too drastically different from each other, because then it leads to the problem of like,
Unbalance.
now I have to slog through this Black Widow level because the way that she controls is garbage compared to like Thor or Iron Man. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like, if all the characters do feel like identical, then it becomes the problem of like, hey, this is like really boring. You have all these different characters, but they all feel identical.
Yeah, because I mean, when the Black Widow gameplay, if you guys go back and watch that trailer, the gameplay reveal from E3, it was just so boring. I was just like, oh my god, let's get on with it. And she was fighting Taskmaster too. Before the chat disappears on the right side, Keegan asked, let's see, are you guys excited for GTA 5 remastered again or not? In my opinion, I don't think it will get again. I will get it again after playing it on the 360 and PS4. See, when. My god, that reveal last month, 2 months ago, whenever that last showcase was, when they showed the Rockstar logo, everyone was like, holy shit, we're gonna see GTA 6, and then it was GTA 5.
I thought it was a joke.
They've milked the shit out of that game, dude. I'm at first, when it was first announced, I was like, oh my god, let me eat up everything about GTA 5 back in 2013. I was just like, holy crap, I am so excited. I remember I was at school and like my buddy and I were like trying to watch gameplay like on one of the computers and stuff, and then 7 years later, I'm just like, stop.
I mean, the thing that I'll say about it is that like, yeah, GTA 5 is a great game, but with how long it's been out and how much, you know, like kind of BS things they've added to the online, it's like you can't get online anymore unless you have like all the top-notch stuff. And I'm not willing to drop actual money on the game, but I'm also not going to spend hours grinding the same thing.
That's my
just
thing.
To get one car that everybody has, and then it's like, oh, well, now I have to do even more hours upon days to get this bike that everybody's flying by with a rocket launcher attached to it.
Yep.
So, you know, GTA 5 is cool, but yeah, I'd rather see 6 and just start anew.
Yeah.
Like an even playing field.
My thing is like Leo got GTA 5 not too long ago, and you know I would gladly play with him. You know I'm excited to play with him eventually sometime, but I'm seeing people whenever I hop online, I see people that are like level 210, and I'm like, how do you have that much time and patience to actually go through and play the same game constantly? That also GTA 5 also kind of Grand Theft Auto in general kind of falls under the generic gamer category too, along with like sports games and Call of Duty. Even though it is super unique, GTA 5 was ahead of its time 100% in my opinion. But like now it's like after milking it for 7 years, it's just like I don't want new stuff for online. I want new altogether. Granted, it is their highest selling game. Like I think they passed. It's the biggest selling game of all time now, something like that. They announced it not too long ago.
I think it's the most profitable, but not the. You know, it's like the most profitable, but not the most sold.
It's always been constantly been in like top 10 games, top 10, top 5 even, best-selling titles as far as like whenever you go into the store, whether it's on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, or sometimes PC. This was as of May 21st this year. GTA 5 now sold a whopping 130 million copies. It is by far one of the biggest games of all time. So I get why they want to milk the shit out of it, but at the same time, bro, give us something new. Like literally, every single reaction that I saw was like, cool, but it's not, even graphically, it's not going to be as big as of a jump like how it was on Xbox 360 and PS3 to PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
It's kind of turning into Skyrim in a way.
In a way, yes. We're gonna see Skyrim on PS5.
Fridge has a screen on it, and we wanted to announce it.
There was yes. There was that. What it was like? What, a text adventure, or it was like even Alexa has as the voice Skyrim. ridiculous. But I love Skyrim, so it's okay. But
Reaching that
yeah,
point with Grand Theft Auto, and it's like, hey, can we get a new game?
can we get something new? I mean, granted, we know at least they announced Elder Scrolls 6 is in development. We're not going to see it for like 10 years, but you know. But at least they announced something brand new with that. But otherwise, like, my God. So GTA 5, I'm over. I still want to play the single player. It's been 7 years. I still haven't played the single player. I've only played a little bit of it, not the whole thing. But you know, it's just Rockstar games kind of fall into its own category as far as games, and like once you play it for a certain amount of hours, you're like, I'm over this, and then you just kind of drop it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of more a playground than it is like a real game. I mean,
Yeah.
this one had a better story than most, but
Better story, better acting, better humor. I mean, like all of it was phenomenal, especially when it came out. Like I was obsessed with like how good everything was, but at the same time, it was like this is very similar to stuff I've already played from Rockstar, especially going from Red Dead or GTA 5 to Red Dead 2. Like Red Dead 2, I like. Great game. I haven't gone back to play it or finish it or anything, but I can definitely say like it's great as far as like realism and stuff too. Insane, but it just kind of gets old real quick because we've played it for so long. So that's my thing about Grand Theft Auto. But otherwise, I'm not sure exactly what else I have to talk about here. We already talked about what was on your wish list that wasn't shown. What did you expect to see? What impressed or surprised you the most? What was your most hyped game? Yeah, I don't know what other events are going on, but this actually turned out to be pretty dang popular. My God, we still have 9 people watching. Which, thank you guys so much. This is super experimental to try a live reaction. I put up a poll not too long ago, and people wanted to see it, and so I was just like, okay, I'll try it out. Why not? And yeah, I'm glad you guys ended up liking it. Some people said I was fake at the very beginning, but that's only because I was eating, because otherwise I didn't want to like be starving or have my stomach growling or eating on stream or stuff like that. Let me actually go onto Twitter and see what people are saying. Not much. Let me see. How would you grade? Oh, there we go. Jeff Keeley. How would you grade today's PlayStation State of Play stream? A, B, C, D, or below?
I would say like C, just because there wasn't really like anything super crazy that
Yeah.
I, like was super hopeful for. Like Crash,
New.
once you've played a Crash game, you've played all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Godfall, like I said, like that's something that like I'd like to watch on my own, but probably not in the middle of like an announcement stream. Bugsnax is like the gem of this.
That's
and
it.
Unfortunately, that can't make the whole stream an A.
Yeah. It's not like the last PlayStation event. The last PlayStation event that we played, or that was shown, like this was like compared to that one, like this one was. Like, what happened? The editing for each State of Play changes every single time. Like, I've really only watched like
they were very inspired by
Nintendo
Direct, and
yeah,
they haven't quite captured that charm.
no, and that's my kind of not issue with it, but at the same time, it's just like they've had enough time since they started doing State of Plays to actually like, I don't know, get something together to where it's like consistent. Meanwhile, like the last one we saw, it was literally like, "Hi, I'm a developer, and this is my game," and then literally shows the game, and then it goes to the next game. "Hi, I'm a developer, and this is my game," and it just keeps going and keeps going. And I really like that because it felt more personal. But then again, that was a huge one. That was literally the PS5 reveal. But then this one was a smaller one, so I'm wondering if was the last one even called a State of Play? I don't know, because
the last one was a
showcase.
PS5 game. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just like, you know, I want there to be more consistency. Keegan said C+ for me. It was all right, but not the best. There were about 3 games that were great there, and like 5 that were good or all right. I agree.
One thing I'll also add is I'm looking at Twitter now as well, and one of the tweets I see is a person saying like, Pokemon and Zelda looking great on the PS4, and it shows Temtem and that Genshin game.
Yep.
Which I think that kind of brings a lot of wind out of the sails that, two of the games that, I'm not going to say they look bad, but they look like knockoffs of something that Nintendo does better. Like, if Genshin is really bad, I'll probably just go play Breath of the Wild. And Temtem, I'd probably just rather play a Pokemon game.
Exactly, and that's always the gamble. Granted, Temtem was released on PC very first. Like, it was originally just going to be on PC, and then they were like, okay, let's do PS4, PS5, whatever, and Xbox. And it was just like, okay, cool. So at least they have... See, for you and I, though, you and I have multiple systems. Like, we have Switch, we have PlayStation. You got rid of your Xbox, but I have Xbox, and we both have PC. So it's just like, we have a wide range of stuff to where, like, oh, if I want to play Pokemon, I'll just go play it on my Switch. Meanwhile, some people only have PlayStation. And so if they want that fixed, then they don't want to spend $300 on the Switch and then $60 on that, on a Pokemon game. So they'll just play Temtem on the system they already own, for, what, like $30 whenever it comes out? $30, $40? I'm assuming it's going to be about $30, $40. So yeah, so I see it in that aspect, but at the same time, it's just like, stop trying to copy games because they were successful. And especially if you make, like, if you have a way to change it up a little bit, like Temtem does have online multiplayer, like it's completely online, and Genshin has the JRPG aspect to it with the anime characters. So and like different, a few other different things too to it. So I mean, that's something, but otherwise, I'm just kind of like, don't try to copy something that's already been super successful, because otherwise it might fail. I mean, we've seen stuff fail in the past, but I on Twitter I see a lot of like mixed reviews of like some people bashing on it, some people praising it. So I'm like,
Well, I mean,
we'll
a lot of the people bashing it that I see is people that very obviously didn't read that it wasn't going to have a bunch of PS5 announcements.
I mean,
Like,
they literally said ahead of time in their announcement.
Expectations, then I mean, it's exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Literally in their announcement, I'll pull it up even. Hold on. Literally in PlayStation's announcement right here, it says State of Play returns Thursday. Focus on upcoming PS4 and PSVR games. Quick check-ins on third-party and indie games from June's PS5 showcase. Not any first-party games. They even said that in like the main article themselves, or itself. No big PS5 announcements. Because of that, people shit on it, and that's such a shitty thing to do. At least watch it before you judge it. But yeah, there's a lot of mixed things about it. But what I read is that apparently, that Control DLC, the Control expansion that was shown, that's a crossover with Alan Wake.
Oh.
Did you ever play Alan Wake?
I did not. I was interested in it, but I didn't have a 360 at the time of its release, so I never got to play it. But yeah, I've looked into it enough to know like generally what it's about.
I really liked Alan Wake when I played it. I played it on 360 years ago though. When I first got a 360, I saw it. It was still like when that game was like $20 for a used copy, and so I was just like, oh, I want to splurge to get that, because when you're in high school, you're just like, shit, $20 for a game that I don't have right now. Man, I hope my mom lets me. I hope I can borrow money from my mom. And so it was like one of those higher price 360 games. And when I played it, I was actually like, okay, I'm really into this. I have it for Steam, so I want to play it again sometime. So
I mean, it's a good thing to play it right before the Control DLC comes out.
Yeah, but I would have to also play Control before that because I don't have Control. But someone says State of Play in a nutshell, and it's a meme of I expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
It's the one with Dewey, right?
Yeah, Dewey. You're saying the same thing as I am.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so this State of Play was a waste of time. Godfall, they showed 9 minutes. That was... oh my god. We just unveiled 9 minutes of Godfall PS5 gameplay. That's why it felt like forever, because it was actually like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
But-
that was a good 1/4 of that reveal. And like I said, that's like something that they should have linked over to. Like, hey, this is the gameplay trailer. Show that boss fight that was at the end. And then say, we have a wide expansion on how the weapons work in this game. And then someone like me would go and watch that.
Yes. Part of me just feels like they kept all 9 minutes of it, just so that way they could say like, oh, so PlayStation later on can say like, we put out a State of Play that was 40 minutes long. What do you got on us? Literally take out all of what we saw of Godfall and just make it, a 2-minute hype trailer that we should have seen, like a 2-minute gameplay hype trailer. It would have been 32 minutes, 33 minutes, instead of 40 minutes. Like, literally 9 minutes of footage of a game that it's a niche. It's a niche title. It's only gonna attract like very specific people, and that's the same thing. Not necessarily with Crash, but with like the Pathless. The Pathless, then again, I did feel like they needed to show more of, so that way, people could actually.
Pathless is not extremely far in development, and they were showing off the core aspects of the game, which is like the boss fights. They showed off minor puzzle stuff, which is probably what the game focuses on until you get to the boss fights, and even the boss fight looked a bit like a puzzle.
Yeah, which is cool, but it's. I feel like they needed to show that to a bigger audience, so that way people could actually like, I don't know, be exposed to it, actually play it and check it out and stuff. So yeah, I mean, otherwise this State of Play was just it was okay. What did Keegan say? Keegan said, "Nah, I respect PlayStation. I like what they are doing. I think it's a good option for them to do, and at least they're still making PS4 games in 2021. That's true. I like fair play to them. Although the 2021 games, I think those were mostly PlayStation 5. But I'm sure it's like they're still probably going to support it for like a good year or two, but not new games are still going to come out mostly for PS5.
See, what I could see it being is that with the PS5 being completely backwards compatible with the PS4, like they have stated now, any games that can run on a PS4 are going to be made for PS4 and then have an update for PS5 most likely. So
Yeah.
it's like they're developing games for it, but mainly because it's convenient.
Yeah, and
Which is downplay PlayStation. It's just
No.
the way that I see it.
I mean, Xbox is doing pretty much the same thing in vain. Because they're doing a lot of like Xbox is doing a lot of the same thing where Xbox is they're releasing a lot of the games that are optimized for Series X, but it's still coming out on like the regular core Xbox One.
You're talking about Game Pass, right? What's an Xbox?
Not necessarily Game Pass, but I mean, all those games that we saw in the Xbox Showcase though are all going to be on Game Pass, which that was just mind blowing to me. That like you can literally pay $15 for this and
Thinking
you'll
with
play.
that is they've said that their competitors are no longer Nintendo and PlayStation. It's
Like they're working
Google
together.
and- It's like Google and Stadia, so I see them becoming a platform like Steam, and this being probably the last Xbox that we'll see. And
You
it's
think?
mostly just a novelty. It's them going, hey, we're becoming Game Pass, and these are going to be available on the PS6.
Yeah, I feel like because I mean we've seen it right now, even with the Spider-Man reveal for Avengers, that PlayStation tends to stick with a generational kind of mentality. Meanwhile, Xbox is literally like wherever you want to play, go play. Which I do respect them on that aspect. They're two completely different ways to go about this. And then there's Nintendo, just
I
but
think they're actually gonna do better as a streaming platform because they have Halo, because they have Fable. Whereas like Stadia, its big exclusive was that it was gonna have Destiny. And
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I can play that on my PS4 or my Xbox or my PC. Why would I play it on Stadia where it's gonna have 5 seconds of lag time?
yeah. Although, like, it blows my mind still that Xbox is still just like, or Microsoft in general, it's just like, wherever you want to play, go play. Even on fucking phones. Like, that's what amazes me the most, I think. Because, like, right here, literally, Project xCloud, you've heard about xCloud, right?
I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it myself.
Literally, it's like, think of it as game streaming. Did you ever play? There was OnLive, ONLIVE. Did you ever play that or check that out? See anything about it?
You look.
It was years ago on live. It doesn't exist anymore, but Xbox is basically doing something like that where xCloud, it's literally like you can play and stream the game over Wi-Fi or an internet connection. So literally I could go and say, "Oh, I have a 2-hour long train ride, bus ride, whatever. Let me, I feel like playing some Halo." You can literally pull it up on your phone, and if you have a controller, if you have like the Xbox controller, or they're releasing a bunch of other controllers that you can get for it, like this one right here. You can literally just play Halo wherever you want. You can play all these games that are on this list that are on my screen right now. Ark Survival Evolved, Destiny 2. Gears of War 4, 5, and Ultimate Edition. Grounded, Halo 5, Halo Wars, Halo Master Chief Collection. I think Halo Infinite later on after it gets released. The Outer Worlds, Minecraft Dungeons, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Will-O-Wisps. State of Decay 2, Sunset Overdrive. A bunch of games. Literally, you can just pull it up on your phone if you want to play it. And you can play wherever you want, whenever you want.
I respect that that's what they're doing, but it's still going to come down to the same problem that ended up happening with Stadia at the moment. We don't have the technology there to make these streams not have 5 to 10 seconds of delay. So in a shooter, which is very reactionary, you'll have that problem of, oh hey, I see this guy shooting me, let me turn and shoot him, and by the time that your character's reacting with you, you're getting shot. So I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I don't know if technology's really there yet to make that a option.
It's still experimental.
Yeah.
I fell into the belief of like, no, this is gonna be a thing. Last year at E3, I went to over at the Microsoft Theater. They had because Xbox, for whatever reason, they didn't want to be in the convention centers. They wanted to be at the Microsoft Theater across the street at LA Live. And so I went over there with my friend Thomas, and he and I, like, we were checking out all of what Xbox had, and they had xCloud available to play on a phone. And I was like, I want to check that out. I want to see exactly what the hype is all about. This was also a year ago, so it's definitely improved since then. But upon playing it, I was like, I want to play a very high fidelity game. I chose I think it was Halo 5. It was one of the Halos. I want to say it was Halo 5 though, because I didn't remember it. And I hopped in, and it was almost flawless. And I asked them, like, is this running on, what internet is this running on? Is it like connected to the phone somehow or what? And they said, they claimed that it was running on the Wi-Fi of the theater. And I was like, that's kind of insane. I was amazed, because like there was a little bit of input lag, slight bit, but it would catch up. And granted, like I said, this was a year ago, so they've definitely improved it since then, and it's going to be launching on September 15th on Android to everyone.
The only thing about that is that it is in a controlled environment, so
that was also why I like held myself back.
Yeah.
On,
and that's like what Stadia did too, back when they were showing off, is they had these extreme connections, and then it came out and we're getting a ton of input lag, which it's fine for like some games, but in a lot of games that have like reaction time, so like you can't play a Souls-like on there, you can't play a shooter, which those probably aren't things you'd want to play on the go anyways, but
no,
it's just something to keep in mind.
It's definitely still like an experimental state, but I do think that Google was a little bit too quick to the punch with Stadia. I tried Stadia. It worked great on my computer when I had Ethernet plugged in. And also, like, way in the beta, like a year and a half ago or so, I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey on what was it? I just played it on a computer that I knew was not going to run Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it ran fantastic through Chrome, and it was insane. And through that, I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey for free, so that was great. But that kind of sold me on like, oh, this would work if you have a good internet connection. And so that's where I'm like holding myself back, only because it's like you got to think about like mobile data. You got to think about Wi-Fi connections. You got to think about like latency, and like not everyone across the country has the best internet. Like in the Midwest, like I'm sure the internet is absolute garbage. So, yeah, I'm trying to hold myself back, but at the same time, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited for it. But it's just like I said, there's a technology gap. Like
yes,
yeah,
and that's where it's just like we can talk about Xbox doing this, and it's kind of insane with like, even though it's like a technology gap, I feel like they're still ready in a way to just release it. That's why they're only doing it with Android first and then iPhone later, so I'm not going to be able to check it out September 15th. But like just the differences between Xbox and PlayStation on that aspect of like how Xbox is like trying to be like, oh, you can play wherever you want. You can play you can play an Xbox game on Switch, even like with Minecraft. And literally what amazed me the other day when I hopped into Minecraft just to log in real quick. Not the other day, the other week. I logged in with my Xbox login on my Switch.
yeah.
And I was just like, this hurts my brain, but it's also weird. Like, weird to see change and stuff. But also, I'm all for it, especially with like crossplay and stuff. Like, Sony was always like, even with Fortnite, they were always so stubborn. Like, literally, Xbox, Nintendo, mobile, and PC people were all playing together, and PS4 was like, no, like, so you can definitely see the difference between the companies, and that's why like I do appreciate Xbox's opening to everybody playing wherever they want, compared to PlayStation only playing on PlayStation, which I get, because like exclusives on PlayStation, like some of those exclusives are some of the best ones, best games you can ever play, but you know.
Yeah, I think it's because PlayStation's still in the market of creating a consumer level gaming device that is easy to just plug in and you can start playing, versus this generation with Xbox One, for example, Microsoft kind of went down the route of, hey, we're going to make an entertainment system, and that kind of didn't pan out for them. They lost a lot of people, and they forgot that like exclusives sell a console.
Yeah.
PlayStation still has a huge following, because even though like, yeah, it's like you have to play on PlayStation, that's kind of the point. If they released all their games to where like, they could stream to a PC, they could stream to anything, why would you buy a PlayStation?
That's that's actually part of why I'm actually gonna, between PS5 and Xbox Series X, I'm grabbing the PS5, only because I have a strong enough PC for now, to where like I can just buy Xbox Game Pass for PC, play all this,
Exactly.
all those Xbox games that I saw. I can literally play them on my PC when they come out. I don't have to play them on my Xbox. Granted, my Xbox is still here, and I still love my Xbox, even though I don't play it. But
It's like I played Halo 5 on my Xbox One,
Mhm.
and then I sold it. And then I watched the Xbox showcase, and they showed Halo Infinite, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be sick. I might need to get an Xbox Series X.
and then
They announced Fable, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're bringing that back. I gotta get this thing. And then I realized at the end, wait, they both said PC, and I have a high-end PC.
Mhm.
I
So-
guess I don't need an Xbox.
So yeah, so that was where it's so. I mean, you and I are kind of blessed to be able to afford having a PC, having the option to get an Xbox too. Not a lot of people are gonna have that kind of option. So, like, to you and I are like, oh, we'll just play this on PC, and we can, and even then, like, PC and Xbox players can play together. Like, they can do that right now with I believe Sea of Thieves. I don't know if you can on the Master Chief Collection, but it's just like, so there's no point for me getting an Xbox Series X right now until there's a 100% exclusive that I really want to play only on Xbox Series X, and that's it. Granted, I do want a little fridge next to my TV, but I'd rather have a big router-looking thing next to it.
Yeah, I mean, mine's gonna end up in kind of a hidden location, but yeah, my whole thing with the Xbox, how it looks is I'm gonna put it next to my my subwoofer, and tell people it's my secondary subwoofer.
Yep. And also, I didn't mean to ignore Keegan. Keegan says, I think you should do more streams like this. I'm really enjoying the stream. Thank you, Keegan. Keegan's my biggest fan. Thank you, Keegan. He's always here, and I'm ruining his sleep schedule because he's all the way in Britain. I don't know if you knew, Richard, but like, dude, when I stream at 4 p.m. PST, it's like 1 a.m. over there for him, and it's just like, oops, his sleep
You're
schedule.
ruining this man's life.
Pretty much. So what did Keegan say? It went up. I think you should do more streams like this. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you again. Also, I'm not a big fan of Stadia because they say you can play anywhere, but that's not true because there's not internet everywhere. Yeah, I added the everywhere. Yeah, that was my problem with Stadia when I tried to play it. But even then, I got a free trial for like a month or two, and I was like, cool. And like I didn't play it. I didn't even touch it because I would just gear towards my consoles or something like that if I wanted to play something. Everywhere, and I think that's the biggest problem for them. PS5 exclusives are just unique because they are one of the best in the business. And also, you can't really play them on other consoles like Xbox are doing now. So that's why PlayStation is great, IMO. Yeah, that's true. Although they are doing... you can play PlayStation games on your PC by streaming, like similar to what they're trying to do with xCloud. But I guess that's kind of like their xCloud, but it's not like everywhere. You can only play on specific things, like the, what is it, PlayStation Now?
Yeah, PlayStation Now, it's kind of like a unique situation. They have like very small pickings there anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they have some good pickings though. Like they do have, let me see, I'm curious.
All those 10-year-old games that are doing pretty good.
So let's see, PlayStation, what was it, Now? PlayStation Now games. So I know you can play. I think they added Horizon Zero Dawn to it. Watch Dogs 2. I see Hitman. PlayStation Now games list. There we go. Yeah, not a lot of not too many games that I'm like super hyped up. Like, oh my god, if you have this, go play it. Cause like, you know, like there's the Batman Arkham games, but if you haven't played those by now, which I haven't. BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. Like, yeah, there's a lot of games. It's just there's a lot of old ones. Let's see, is Last of Us here? No.
Yeah, I think the first one's on there.
I don't see
or
it.
It was for a time.
Or maybe it's under the. Yeah, it's under the. No, The Last of Us and Last of Us Left Behind are here. And then I know Red Dead was here, but which Red Dead? I guess that's a good. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption right here. But I don't know if all these games are available on PC as well. So that's where it kind of falters. So yeah. PlayStation exclusives are what sells the consoles, and I think that's why it's going to go back. And so let's reroute back to you can play PS3 and PS2 games on it as well. And that's also the cool thing because PS4 was not PS3 compatible, which is dumb. Now that's why I'm glad they're fixing it with PS5 being backwards compatible with PS4. Or like if there's a version for PS5, you'll get that upgrade.
Well, I mean, as you know, like I've bought every PlayStation just based on the fact that there's a Ratchet and Clank game coming out.
Yep.
So, like, they already sold me a PS5.
Oh yeah.
I had to see that trailer and it was like, well, guess I'm buying.
Oh so. Yeah. That one. It was for me. What sold me on the PS5, like from that reveal, was well. First off, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Like, dude, did you play the Spider-Man?
Yeah,
2018.
Not gonna lie, I teared up during that.
No, dude, I cried. Like I straight up was bawling, especially at the end with that reveal with the character that's very close to Peter. I'm like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, oh, dude, I was crying. That was my favorite game that year.
It's honestly one of the best Spider-Man stories told in any medium. Like
Yes.
they took elements from different Spider-Man comics and even like stuff from the movies, and they just blended it together like so perfectly. It's insane how well that game turned out, and I don't think any company would have done better than Insomniac. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people said Sucker Punch should have taken it since they made Infamous and that's superpowers, but I think Insomniac, like with the way that they're like very clever with the writing for their games, it just matched Spider-Man so well.
It was perfect. Insomniac. I like how PlayStation is now focusing on Insomniac and Insomniac only doing these types of games because they. Oh my god, it's perfect. As soon as I saw it was Insomniac, I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Oh.
That's it. Like Insomniac, Marvel, Spider-Man, exclusive, bro. Yep. Yep. And so that's what
I mean,
immediately sold
realistically,
me.
I don't think Insomniac has released a single bad game aside from I can't. I think it was called Fuse, and that's because Activision
Yeah.
forced them to make changes that made it not an Insomniac game. It made it an Activision game. So even the one
was
bad
EA.
game they have, it wasn't in their hands.
It was an EA game.
Oh yeah, EA. Yeah,
Mhm.
but you know what I mean. Like it wasn't like an Insomniac game. So much of it was changed that it just lost that flavor.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, they've made a lot of other games. Although Edge of Nowhere I've never heard of. Feral Rights I've never really heard of. Song of the Deep.
They've been working on a lot of VR exclusive games for a bit now.
Yeah, they made Stormland, right? It's up here. Stormland. I've been wanting to play that because there's actually there's a thing for PC VR where you can actually play Oculus games on your Vive, which I only have a Vive. I don't want to get an Oculus because I have it, and I can just use Revive, and that'll let me play it. So I've been wanting to play Stormland, but yeah, literally all these games are great. You remember Song of the Deep when GameStop published that, right?
That's the only game that GameStop published that actually had like.
That was
some
actually
people
good.
playing.
I haven't played
I
it
don't
yet.
think anybody played any of the other ones.
I haven't played it because I remember we got free we got it for free for working for GameStop. I was like, cool. I saw a lot of this in the store. I don't want to play it anymore.
That game is a very very for kids game. I tried playing it, and while it was good, it's very simple.
Yeah, that's what I expected out of the game too. But
Yeah.
it's probably just a good like chill out game. Because a lot of like the more like for kids games, like the Lego games, are great. I was upset that we didn't see Lego Star Wars, by the way, like what you said.
Oh yeah, I mean it's insane that game is coming out like
Soon.
in a couple months.
Soon. Oh my God, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Yeah. Yeah, it just says 2020. I know it's coming out soon. I know it's October or something like that. Keegan says all the games in the PS5 stream were great. I mean, there wasn't really any downfall to it, and that's what I loved about it. It was perfect with the console announcement and the gameplay of the game. I'm assuming you're referring to the PS5 announcement, because this one was not fantastic. Yeah, there's no official
What do you
release
mean
date.
it's not fantastic? We saw Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks! That's it. What the hell? Where? The release date. The release date is now just 2020? On May 7, 2020, the release date was mentioned as October 20th. So we literally are 2 months away from Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga coming out, and there's been, like, nothing about it. The last gameplay stuff I saw was at E3. In the E3 last year, that was like a behind closed doors demo.
Alright, so this is somewhat sidetracking, but it's related. So there's been a lot of rumors about the sequel trilogy being retconned. And the thing that has me thinking about is what if that's true and it's interfering with the launch of the Skywalker Saga, since technically 3 of those stories will be retconned.
Oh, I think I stumbled upon some gameplay. Specifically for A New Hope. This looks, yeah, I haven't seen this before. And this looks very pretty. 294,000 views. Yeah, let me actually browse the game. Let me see if like there's more legit stuff. Because from what I saw in the last year at E3, there was Planet Coaster is also coming to PlayStation. Why didn't they show that? I forgot Planet Coaster was coming to consoles. Then again, it's coming in 2021, I think. So, well, even then, like, it's coming to PS4 and PS5. Why wouldn't they show it now? Because the next stream is going to be all PS5. I know it is. Like, PS5 and like, oh yeah, you can also play this on PS4, just in case. But the next stream they do is going to be PS5. It's going to be the announcement of the pre-order, the release date, and all that. So, why didn't they show Planet Coaster? That's going to be a big game. I hope.
I am not sure.
Thank you.
I mean, I've never really been into Planet Coaster. I used to play like the
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
And stuff like that, but you know, I don't see that as like a game that I would want to play on console. I'd rather play it on something like
With a mouse
PC.
and keyboard, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But alright, take a look at this gameplay, because this looks like similar to what I saw. Because what I saw at what I saw at E3 was basically like, what do you call it? Pretty much. All right, I'm gonna not have this guy's voice. So basically, in the Skywalker Saga, what they did was literally it's like from a third-person perspective, and I think they started with episode 6. I can't remember exactly in the gameplay demo I saw, and they went and literally like. They chose Lando, and in Lando's ship, you literally fly around the planet that you want to go to, and then you land in that. And from there, you have missions to choose, like an RPG. And they literally have like a quest list and stuff like that. And so it completely changes around like what LEGO games have been before. And they have all these like optional objectives. They have the new objectives and stuff like that. And so, yeah. But what's confusing me right now
is that they announced is that like the game is completely non-linear. You can jump in at any point of any movie and just enjoy the game.
Yeah, and you can. And I think we're seeing that right now because it's Luke and Leia, episode 4, but they're playing and fighting against sequel trilogy stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's super interesting. So yeah, I'm. Why haven't we seen? Where did they get this? Why hasn't this been officially released? Why is there not more info about this when it's coming out in 2 months? Supposedly in 2 months. Are they waiting more? Like, oh, we should probably try to optimize this for PS5 and so maybe they're waiting. I don't know. This is weird. The graphics for a Lego Star Wars game is great considering it's Lego. I'm excited. I have not seen this game yet. Yeah, I'm just. Why didn't we see this? I'm upset that we didn't see this actually. And now they're going back to the old one. So now they're going back to the old one, so we're not gonna watch that anymore. But oh my God, I don't understand why we didn't see that. I'm upset. So yeah, there's a lot of games that I was expecting to see that they didn't actually show. I'm surprised they didn't say anything about Fall Guys, about it being like a runaway success now. Nothing with Apex Legends. Well, Apex Legends doesn't have anything specific for PlayStation. Yeah.
I mean, an announcement that it's being updated for PS5 would be not very surprising.
Which one, Fall Guys?
Apex Legends.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt that it's gonna all the free to play games that people have been addicted to. I think Fortnite, they already announced it, but all those games that the free to play games that people love, like I love Apex Legends, Overwatch 2. Where the hell is Overwatch 2?
Oh, I doubt that
I
Overwatch would get a huge release on PlayStation.
No. I'm just saying, where is Overwatch 2? We haven't seen anything since, what, last year? I forgot Overwatch 2.
I mean, the most new thing that I've heard is that they kind of got people less angry because they said that the single-player maps weren't just going to be multiplayer maps, which was a huge concern for a bit there.
I mean, I'm happy that it's going to be single player mixed with both. But
what I mean is like when they showed the original trailer, a lot of the single player stuff they showed was on multiplayer maps.
Oh.
And
nothing
people,
nothing new.
Me were concerned that like, am I just paying for, like a bunch of horde modes, like
a bunch of missions
get from events? Because that's not what I want.
Yeah, I mean, they claim on this is Overwatch 2's website. They claim that the current Overwatch players will battle side by side with PvP multiplayer and also be able to play Overwatch 2 heroes and maps. So I don't know. I'm just still surprised that we haven't seen anything new. This one's predicting the release date, but I
mean, the game has a lot of controversy around it right now, considering that like some people have broken it down at this point where all the new heroes will be available on Overwatch 1. All the new maps will end up available on Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
So the only thing you're actually paying for is that single player.
Yeah.
And what they've shown so far, all the single player content takes place on the multiplayer map. So a lot of people are at the point where they're like, what am I getting that's new? Because even the push bot, it's just an objective game.
Yeah.
Like just pushing an objective.
Yeah.
So yeah, the game doesn't have a lot of new stuff to show other than the single player, and I think that might spoil too many things if they show it.
Yeah, that's true. Although I feel like maybe part of it is going to be like they're not going to show much, and then they're just going to release it, and then people are going to go buy it because it's Overwatch. Like I would just buy it just because it's like, well, it's Overwatch 2. Like I love the first one, so yeah, I'm gonna go buy the second one, and then like be disappointed with the lack of content or what they do
like,
give, stuff like that.
If it's $60 at the gate, I'm probably gonna wait on it.
Yeah, especially if it's like a bunch of old content too. That like half of it is literally, or not even half of it, maybe like 80% of it is Overwatch 1, but with updated graphics or updated characters. You know,
see, that's the
a few,
thing, too,
they
like-
have a few tweaks to it, but
Would they not update the graphics for Overwatch 1 to match Overwatch 2's graphics?
I doubt it.
They're playing on the same server, and that can actually turn
Is it-
into gameplay benefits, which people don't really think about. But graphics can affect like hitboxes and gameplay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if they don't update the graphics, it could create a situation where maybe people playing Overwatch 2 have an advantage, or people playing Overwatch 1 have an advantage.
Did they announce it's going to be crossplay with
Uh,
Overwatch 2 to Overwatch 1? Okay, so that's
Oh
hypothetical.
yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. Literally, you're buying Overwatch 1 again with Overwatch 2 single player content.
But Overwatch 2 single player content or Overwatch 2 content, I mean, didn't they show like the different like gameplay aspects to like the character customization and stuff too?
Yes, but it's only available to the story mode, so
Oh.
you can't use new gameplay elements in the story mode in the multiplayer.
I was expecting something like you know, when you go into multiplayer matches like in Call of Duty for instance, and you change up like instead of having a smoke grenade, I have a flash grenade, you know, and stuff like that. I was assuming it's like maybe stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what it looks like so far. It's like abilities with or alterations on current abilities.
Which I'm all for. If that changes it up enough for the sequel, then I would buy it day one, no matter how much it is.
That's actually something that Paladins does, which even though Paladins, you know, it's a ripoff, it has a lot of elements that I think Overwatch should look at and take advantage of. Like they have,
I'm sure they
it's
have.
where each hero has like 5 cards where you can completely change their kit, but it's still like that hero's kit. I think Overwatch would benefit from a system like that where, you know, I've played Reaper so much that, you know, it's kind of boring to play Reaper now. I've done the same things over and over again. People fall for the same thing over and over again. So it's like I've gotten bored of Overwatch mainly because, you know, I've kind of mastered those heroes that I like.
Yeah, and if we were able to change it up just like even a little bit with gameplay alterations or ability alterations, that'd be great. And I do feel like with like PS5 and Xbox Series X with the loading times too, they might be able to actually put that to an advantage with not maybe gameplay aspects, but also like the different maps and stuff. And loading times would be completely different if they did crossplay with like the regular PS4, like PS4 Pro. Like, what if they start releasing games? I feel like they're only going to start releasing games that are like, oh, you can't play this on the regular PS4, but you have to play it on PS4 Pro. Like how Nintendo did it with the 3DS games and then only new 3DS games.
I feel like Sony's really trying to not divide their player base, and that's why a lot of their
Same with Xbox.
announcements have been that they're going to be cross-platform and backwards compatible, so I don't know if they would do that.
Because they pissed off a lot of people when PS4, you couldn't play PS3 games. I mean, we pissed off a lot of people when we told people that in store, and they were like, "Ah, man, I ain't gonna buy a PS4. Screw that." And it's just like, all right, well, have fun playing your same old PS3 games for, you know, the next 7 years. But
No, I'm not going to lie. Keegan actually did ask a question that I...
Beyond Good and Evil
I
2.
was
I saw that.
asking-
I was trying to work my way to it. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Did you see they're doing a Netflix movie?
They are?
Yeah! Let me pull it up. Beyond Good and Evil...
So, what's going on with the game, then?
I know. We were thinking that maybe that they're going to let me pull up one thing. Polygon, sure. Over here, they're going to be doing a Beyond Good and Evil movie on Netflix. The director of Detective Pikachu is doing it, Rob Letterman. But yeah, I've never played the first one. I want to play the first one. But yeah, I think I have it on Xbox, something like that. But yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2. By the way, hi, Bot Sticky. How you doing? What were you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to say, I've never played the first one, but it has such a cult following, and like the second one's trailer alone looked amazing, but it's
Insane.
just they haven't shown anything since.
Yeah, that was my thing too. That like I was interested in Beyond Good and Evil before it was released, But Good and Evil 2 trailer. I'm just gonna pull up the trailer so that way we can just have it on in the background because it is so cool. So yeah, the trailer for the sequel looks super dope. But then now with this movie announcement, I'm just like, okay, are you gonna actually show like something with gameplay? You know, can we please?
Well, what I'm worried about is things like this where they change the project over and over, and especially if you change mediums, like it kind of never ends up turning out. Like if you look at the Sly Cooper movie, they had the Sly Cooper movie announced, and then Ratchet and Clank did really bad. So then they're like, hey, we're actually gonna make a TV series.
The Sly Cooper movie was announced way before the Ratchet and Clank movie, though. You and I saw the Ratchet and Clank movie over at Harkins. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a great time.
It was. We were like one of two groups in the audience. Like,
I love Ratchet and Clank, but that movie was bad.
it was pretty shit. Yeah, I think do I own it? I think I bought it. I don't know.
Well, I own it. And
Of course you
it's
do.
to remember to never watch it again.
I mean, you and I did laugh at the Wilhelm joke that they had in it.
No, yeah.
Wilhelm.
I
Like,
love
okay.
the game, which, you know, the game has the same story, but the main problem is just that they forgot that Ratchet's supposed to be an asshole.
He
He turns
is.
into a good guy, but in the first game, he is a major asshole to Clank. And then it's at the very end where he's like, I want to be a hero. I want to be the good guy. That's when he finally turns.
Did they do
But,
that in the
yeah,
the new game too?
No, in the new game they didn't. They went with the story in the movie, and yeah, as a longtime Ratchet and Clank fan, that movie and that game, the game's already been retconned. Like the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Is it really?
So, yeah.
Aw, that's a bummer. I mean, it was a
Not
good.
a bummer.
Well, you said it was a good game though. You really liked it. You platinumed
Oh
it,
yeah.
right?
No, the game is one of the best games in the series from the gameplay aspect. Like
Mhm.
it's one of the best Ratchet and Clank games gameplay wise, but story wise, I'm very happy it got retconned.
Okay, yeah, because that was the game that I bought it. You know, first day when you and I still worked at GameStop. I bought it first day. I was so excited, and also that was back then is when I wanted to start streaming again, or when I got inspired to start streaming again. So I bought all the stuff, and then literally or streaming, recording, whatever, YouTube. And then I got, then I recorded one video, and literally it's just me for like 30 minutes going like, to the camera, and that's it. And I was just like, wow, that's so awkward. And because of that, it scarred me from playing that game again. So I need to go back and play that game again. Because that's one of the games I do really want to play, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
You know, I would recommend playing the Ratchet and Clank series. It's a really well done series, but I would say play the 2016 game last.
Okay.
And after you've played through the whole franchise, and you'll see, like, in the 2016 game, if that became canon, then it kind of ruins the character building that they did over the course of the years. Because Ratchet, like, yeah, he starts off as an asshole, but he becomes, like, a really good hero. You really like him.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's the only Ratchet and Clank game I own, so yeah. I'm a little sad that we didn't see anything, but then again, they revealed like so much at the last State of Play or announcement reveal. Keegan said Ubisoft are such a big company as well. I'm surprised there were no big announcements about this game. Hopefully, it still comes out though for Beyond Good and Evil 2. But we might have to wait a few years at least. I have a little bit of a feeling, like in my gut, that because of the Netflix movie announcement and people are talking about Beyond Good and Evil again, that maybe they will maybe with the next one with the big PS5 reveal with the price and the announcement date or the release date, maybe then, because like that's gonna be a big thing, so you're gonna want big games to go with a big announcement like that. So maybe they'll show more Beyond Good and Evil 2 then. Maybe what are some other really big games that we think? Probably some sports games, probably Call of Duty. Yeah, I don't know. Deathloop, hopefully. I'm hoping. Kenna, I really want to see. But yeah, all right. So this was. I know we went off on a tangent for a good hour or so now, but I mean that makes for good discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, I've enjoyed talking about games.
Enjoy talking about video games. I mean, Richard is definitely one of those kind of people that I can talk on and on and on with games about. My buddy Thomas would have joined us too had he not been in Nevada, or at least I think that's what he told me. I don't know. If he did, consider it. Thanks, Thomas. But I know we would have probably just been talking on and on and on. We could talk everyone's ear off. So, yeah. Otherwise, this was a great stream, dude. I'm really, really, really happy with how this turned out because we had quite a lot of people in here. We still have 10 people watching. So,
I'll say,
yeah.
one of those people is our big boy.
Our big boy, Chris. I know. He texted me right before the stream. He was like, "Hey, I miss you and love you." He just did.
Yeah.
Aeon Must Die. Why is that trending? Hold on. Oh, Aeon Must Die was what the weird looking, like this one. The fighter that you and I were like, oh god, this is hard to look at, but it looks cool.
No, I thought it was good to look at. It's just that will become a mess.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard to actually watch. All Aeon. This was an hour ago. All Aeon Must Die devs quit the studio this week due to crunch and lack of payments, and the trailer was outsourced to artists without contracts. Right here.
Wow.
Wow. This trailer was created with abuse, manipulation, theft. My thing's in the way, but find out the truth about the development of the game here. They link to a Dropbox. People who have worked on every shot of this are no longer with the company holding IP rights. Some were not even paid for their work. The trailer has a pending conflict of IP. The real IP for the game was stolen from the creators via foul play. Final reaction of the publisher to this information remains to be seen. Holy shit. Oh my god, and there's, if you see right here on this Dropbox, there's literally 18 folders worth of, I don't know, let's see.
Audio captured from during the conversations to documents, media files, etc.
Oh my
I'm looking
god.
At this tweet. Oh, I looked it up as soon as he said that. Man, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
So,
hold on, I'm gonna go into each and every one of these. I think every single person that was part of the studio wrote a letter. I think that's what this is. Oh my god. Dude, let me just look at one of them.
well, not
instance.
just letters. There's
Oh,
audio.
it's audio descriptions or audio confessionals.
Well, I think it's recordings of discussions that these people had.
Oh my god, this is something I'll have to look into later, but holy shit, dude, that's awful. It's this literally was announced an hour ago. Man, I kind of wish we saw this an hour ago. Yeah, some people are like, "Oh, this is basically testimonials."
Yeah, and a lot
Dude,
of them have, like logs.
dude,
Damn.
this is big. Oh man, maybe we shouldn't support this game. Or no.
Well, I
See,
probably
that's
wasn't
where.
gonna buy it anyway.
Well, I know. You probably what?
I probably wasn't gonna buy it anyways.
I mean,
'cause
me neither. Yeah.
too much visual noise, but oh man.
Oh my god. This person says, "See my pinned tweet." Also, let me check this out.
That is insane.
What the hell? Wow. Wow. That's a lot to take in, dude. So that means, see, now I kind of want it. Half of me is like, oh, that means we should support the game so that way the devs can get a cut of this. But if they all
No,
left,
that's the thing.
then
The
no.
devs aren't getting the money for it.
Yeah, they're not getting
So
the money for it
supporting
anymore.
the game means that you're supporting the publisher who is screwing over the devs.
God damn. There's
They're
no.
buying the game. You're basically paying the publisher for doing this to them.
There's no news about this or anything. Like, I'm looking on IGN. There's no news about this.
Well, this guy's post was about an hour ago. It doesn't have a lot of traction yet, but
It should.
I'm
Yeah.
sure this is gonna blow up. There's no way that it wouldn't.
I mean, there's already 3.6 thousand retweets and 5.7 thousand likes. Dude. Whew. I expected... Okay, so who was quit the studio this week due to crunch and lack of payments? Who was the studio? Aeon Must Die.
I don't know.
Let's avoid them.
I really doubt it's a major name.
No, I doubt it too. Let me just look up news. Literally, it's just like, oh, this is new.
It is Limestone Games.
Limestone Games. Yep, I saw it. Limestone Games. Alright. So, do they have any? Oh yeah, 10 minutes ago, Game World Observer. I think this is the first one I saw. Accused studio of management of crunch, harassment, abuse, corruption, and manipulation. Damn. Damn. That's insane. I keep saying insane, but it's just like stuff like that doesn't usually break like so fast. Woo! All right, you heard it here first. Kidding. Wow. Unbearable work conditions and so on. Dang. That really sucks. Well, I hate crunch. I hate. I mean, I'm glad that all these stories are coming up of like, oh no, they forced us to work when I didn't want to, and there was harassment and stuff like that. I'm really happy that it's coming up more and more in games, in the video game industry.
You know, I'll say I think I have kind of a unique perspective on it. A lot of crunch starts out as, you know, designers being really passionate about something. Because that's how it was when I was going to school. It's like, I wouldn't realize I spent 10 to 12 to 16 hours on something in one day. But then when your employer sees you doing that, they start to expect it. And so
It's true.
I'm obviously not blaming these people, but it's one of those things where it's like the employers are just taking advantage of people that are passionate, and that's where the problem is. It's like you want to keep developing for the game, but once it starts to be expected is when it becomes a problem. Because like if I worked for a studio, I'm sure there would be days where I'd spend way longer than I needed to doing something.
Mhm.
But if it started to be like, hey, so we need you to do that every day, that's when it would become a problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, I understand it from that perspective because it's because I mean, some people will say like, yeah, there was crunch, but it was on my own terms. Like I could have left after my 8 hours were clocked and done, but I decided to stay because I wanted to work on this. But there's because you know there's two different perspectives of like, yeah, I chose to work more than 8 hours on this game, or I chose to put in crunch time, and then there's also the head of the studio forced me and my other employees to work on this game.
Yeah.
And
Like what I was saying,
I feel like
it
it's
always
the
starts
latter.
from, like, a good place.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. So, but I mean, Limestone Games, I've never heard of them before. I don't know if they have any do they have any other
No,
games though? Cuz I've never heard of them. limestonegames.com, I'm going to them.
Yeah, when you look up limestonegames.com, the actual like main page is Aeon.
Yeah.
So don't think they
Nothing
have
in their
projects.
blog page. I think this is like their first project. Damn. Well, that's not gonna last. Well, that game is coming out for Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, but I don't know if it's gonna sell anymore after this controversy. Damn. Well, that's
I mean,
what
it
you
could
get.
potentially create a lawsuit, and then the sales would go to the producers
Instead
or
of-
the developers.
The developers instead of the other people. I hope, because that's bullshit. Especially if there's like
looking
abuse
at
and
their
stuff.
Instagram, it's only this game.
Damn, your first game. Imagine your first game, but then you are a shitty leader and a shitty human being, and you force your employees and you don't pay them, and you still are like, our game's coming out. Let's announce it. Let's release the trailer or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
imagine being a piece of shit in 2020.
oh wow. My God. Well, besides that, I mean, well now Aeon. I'm not looking forward to that game at all. Let's just erase that from existence. So anyway, let's wrap this up. I think we've been going on for, it says started streaming 2 hours ago. We're almost at 3 hour mark. Damn. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's always good to talk about games because like I'm super passionate about games, and I feel like I really am kind of like out of my friends group. There's only like maybe a couple people that I can rely on to actually talk about games and talk about the industry and where games are going, how Sony is doing with PlayStation and Xbox and so on. And you're one of them, Richard. Definitely, 100%.
I really appreciate that, but I gotta not lie. I hate games. I hate them so much.
Oh, really? Okay. I believe you. Even though
Always
you...
have, always will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's something I wholeheartedly believe because, you know. But anyway, yeah, you're definitely one of the people that I can rely on to actually talk about. But if there's any more events like this coming up, I know one. There's, I always forget their name on Twitter, but they have like a list of all the events that are coming up. I would love to do more of these because this one seemed to be fairly popular. This was really cool. Keegan liked it. Keegan said this was great. I don't mind doing it again. It would be fun. Also, thanks Marshall for joining the conversation. Can't wait for more. Also, see you tomorrow. And if you want to play, just DM me on Twitter. Bye. All right, thank you Keegan for tuning in. But yeah, let's wrap this.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, let's wrap this up. So the most hyped game, our most hyped game was Bugsnax.
Oh yeah.
Let's get out of that. Our most hyped game was Bugsnax. For me, there was also Hitman 3 VR. All 3 games of Hitman are going to be playable in VR. That's kind of crazy. What else? Vader Immortal seems really cool. Spelunky 2, I was like about. So, you know, Crash 4 looks dope. I want to play the original Crash games on a stream sometime. And then Godfall, you were all about. I'm not. I'm like.
Godfall looks amazing.
I'm holding myself back, so you know. Leonie says was really nice seeing stuff like this from your guys' perspective. Thank you, Leonie. Also, bye, Bot Sticky. Yeah, I usually would only listen to podcasts. I mainly listen to kind of funny games. And hearing their perspective, I tend to agree with what they're doing and what they're saying. I mean, Greg Miller was definitely one of my influences to start doing YouTube and stuff again. And I guess this kind of stream was part of that. And so, yeah, Greg Miller and the team over there really inspired that. And they have a really good perspective on it. So I'm glad that I'm able to understand it a little bit more and be able to actually talk about it with someone who I know actually gives a damn about video games and stuff as much as you do, Richard.
Well, thank you.
But yeah.
I appreciate your acknowledgement of my love for games.
Of course. Because we all love games. I would hope if you're sticking around, you love video games, or you at least love to hear us ramble about video games. Because video games are cool. Video games are a good time. Godfall is the greatest game ever. I don't know what you mean. The memes. Okay, Keegan. But anyway, in case you guys were wondering about what is coming next, actually, you know what? I should advertise my new Discord. Richard and I have been talking about, or have been talking on our Discord, my new Discord, Goody Good Gaming. So if you guys want to join the Goody Good Gaming Discord, there's the link. You can also find the link in my about page over on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Goody Good Gaming. Over there you'll find the link to join the Discord if you wanna chat, because I realized I really only talk with you guys on the YouTube chat and sometimes on Twitter, but not very often. So let's talk some more. We could talk about whatever. We could talk about whatever's going on in your life. We could talk about video games. We could talk about what we just saw today. I'll announce some new videos there. I'll announce some live streams. I forgot to announce this live stream today. We're on a good roll. So yeah, if you want to join that, there's the link. And then of course, if you want to find a faster link, go to my about page and we'll go from there. For my new schedule, today was the PlayStation State of Play live reaction, which went super well, so I want to do more of this. Tomorrow, of course, is Fall Guys Friday, which I am so excited about. Fall Guys has been nothing but incredible for this channel, and I'm so happy to be playing it again. And then Saturday, we're going to be playing some of the Avengers beta. I'm going to be doing some single-player stuff, and then next week, I'll probably involve Marshall here in some multiplayer stuff, and hopefully Leo's going to join us too. And then after that, next Wednesday is Ooblets, and then I move Cuphead to next Friday, and then some more Avengers, like I said, with some gameplay stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much, Richard, again, for joining us. This was awesome. And
yeah, thank you for inviting me, buddy.
Of course! Oh my god. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say except for thank you guys for watching. Please do consider subscribing. Please leave a like and comment as well. I mean, a comment after this is over. Where do we go for Discord? Well, I threw up the link there, so I mean that link, but also you can go to my about page on YouTube. Find the Discord there, either in the about section, or if you're on a desktop, you can find it on the top right. It's really cool. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST for Fall Guys Friday. So, all right. Have a good one, guys.